You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of the TADPOG podcast. It's Tyler and Dave, and you play old
We should change
games.
the logo from Sonic 2 to Sonic and Knuckles, and it's just Tadpog and Ian underneath it. So
Okay.
is what we should do.
Okay.
Featuring Feet Ian.
No, I think it just needs to be just like Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay.
Just like it. In fact, it can just be Sonic. If we could just roll with the Sonic and Knuckles logo for about 2 years.
I want to get a letter from Sega.
Well, you might
Yeah.
at that point. They've let it slide this long, but I swear to God, if they use the Sonic and Knuckles logo, we're fucking going for it.
Yeah, I don't think Sega's in any position to take on a third-rate podcast in Western Kentucky.
Yeah, no joke.
Oh, third rate. It's better than I thought you'd say. Well, we're back with a game episode this week.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about Brandish.
Brandish.
Brandish. I wanted to say it too.
It works.
Well, before we get to that, what have you guys been doing for the last month?
Well, before we even get to that,
Oh yeah.
I got to talk about something.
Yep.
The T-shirt promotion is canceled.
What t-shirt promotion?
We had a T-shirt promotion, but now it's canceled for good because nobody's buying our T-shirts.
I mean, hey, less work for us.
True.
Except for one person that bought 3. We
Thanks.
love that person.
Thanks,
No.
3-shirt Bubba Shane.
I am kidding. I am kidding, by the way.
Aw.
The T-shirt promotion isn't canceled yet. But no, I'm teasing around. It's underway. bossbattles.gg/tadpog. If you want a T-shirt, it's a cool design. If you want to see what it looks like, I think we've got something posted up on the Discord somewhere.
Yeah, check in announcements.
Check in announcements on bit.ly/tadpog Discord. Have a look. Buy a shirt. If you are a Tadpog donor on Patreon, you go in there and get a code. You get a code for 10% off the shirt.
And
If you're an organ donor,
And it's
we
effectively...
don't care. You pay a full price.
Exactly.
we're proud of you, though.
I mean, yeah. That's a good
yeah.
thing. That's a good thing.
The organ donors have to pay full price.
You also
but
get entered
donors
for,
to the show, 10% off.
And entered for $1 for
We'll put them
For a
inside
drawing.
a dollar.
We're going to
we will draw the dollar in the shape of the Amazon. No, you get entered in a drawing for a $100 Amazon gift card when we're done promoting the shirts at the very end of April.
Courtesy of Boss Battles.
bossbattles.gg. Our good friend Rob, a.k.a. Choctopus. This was their idea, and they've been kind of running that show and just telling us promote it. So we've been doing that, and I hope we can get our shirts printed and sent to everybody. That would be super cool because they're great shirts. Also, there was something else I was going to say about that, and now I was just going to bring up again that we've had some people buying multiple shirts, and we love you more.
So who wants to win the most love and buy 4 shirts?
Yeah, 4 is the new challenge.
Challenge now is at 4
Forget I
shirts.
said that. pretend someone else said that. I'm not issuing any challenges. Just, we want to have these shirts printed.
Yeah,
So buy one.
buy it.
Why don't you?
Come on now, you know you want to.
Buy a shirt for the boy.
He just wants a shirt. He just wants something on his back. Buy the boy a
You're
shirt.
gonna let the boy go without a shirt? Is that? Oh,
I just need just
But-
buy me a t-shirt.
But for
buy
real.
Me 4 t-shirts.
Sorry, buddy. We can't buy you a T-shirt. You're just gonna have to go half naked from now
I
on.
just want one single person to buy 4 t-shirts.
So I want to hear from Bubba Shane, 3-shirt Bubba Shane, and I want to know why you bought 3 shirts.
Yeah, because see, we know all. We are omnipotent when it comes to this. We know who you are and what you've paid for.
Yeah.
We know which ones of you have bought multiple ones.
Yeah.
Some of them make more sense.
We're a lot like Santa Claus in that way.
You know, Paul bought 2. Obviously for he and his lovely wife Chandra. So,
Maybe.
Presumably.
Maybe.
assuming
Could be
that
his mistress,
could
we
just-
don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe
But,
just want to wear 2 at the same time.
maybe
Wear one on his torso and one on his
So that way
legs.
he could like
Got
rip one
got
off.
one for a dick hole.
Yeah, that way he could rip one off
Right.
and still have one on. It would be an excellent effect. Definitely worth $28.
I want Paul to do that and have
sex.
sex with his wife.
Yeah.
Wear 2 of our shirts.
Paul, have
one
sex
with a
with your
dick hole
wife.
and fuck your wife. in it.
Wearing 2 of our shirts.
But yeah, we'd love to know what's the motivation.
Yeah.
let us know. On,
Is it
Discord.
Is it for the family? Is it like in case, when one gets worn out, you got the second one ready to go? I'm curious.
Could be. Maybe I
Working
want to
with
wear
a cum rag
2.
situation.
One could be a cum rag, and that would be okay too. That would be
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah,
actually,
of course. I mean, our listeners come a lot,
And,
so
and to do it in our shirt
Yeah.
would be an honor. An honor.
I don't know about that. That's crazy.
Well,
but-
for
So
me-
Michael May doesn't come all that often. Just when we give him permission.
Oh, I thought he
And you
gave us
can.
permission. I've just been waiting for him to give me permission. I've been doing it all wrong.
All this
I've been
time.
edging for years.
Nikki's like, please. And I'm like, Michael hasn't said so. I can't.
Who is Michael?
You know. Don't pretend like you don't know who Michael is.
He's the cum guy.
You know Michael, may I come?
So that's all
Mm-hmm.
I have to say about the T-shirts this week until
All I
I
have to
mention it
say
again
about
at
that.
the end of the episode. So anyway,
I have to pee.
I have to pay.
I guess you write down Hurley He Boy on your
Yeah.
show notes. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have
early boy.
A good 30-year-old reference to SNL 11.
I feel like we've brought that up on
We
the
have.
show recently-ish, right?
I don't know.
That they did that.
Time is a weird circle.
They did that multiple times, didn't they? The Hurley boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's one of those where it's like, one's probably good. You know what I mean? Like, one's probably good. I like it. But I mean,
It's like, well, when you were talking about Van Down by the River.
yeah. Farley's
Farley.
motivational speaker. I can't remember the character's
That they're
name
so
now.
good. Matt something.
Foley.
Matt Foley.
They're great, but they're the same.
But you watch them back to back to back, and you realize pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, it's the same, and it's pre-internet, so people aren't gonna watch this
Right.
like the way I'm consuming it right now, which is like, oh man, these skits are all the same.
You know who wrote that? Who wrote that skit?
I don't know.
Bob Odenkirk.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
I love
He
that
and
that
Farley
is the
wrote
case.
it at Second City.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So what have we been doing?
What have you got? What the hell have you guys been
What
doing?
the fuck have you been
It's been
doing?
so long. We're about to roll into a 2-episode Scott Pilgrim finale. Then we'll be done. It'll be back to games consistently.
Cool.
Well, I
I like the game episodes.
Yeah, they're good. They're fun. I quit my job, and then I got a new job, and then I quit that job, and now I'm back at my old job,
But better.
but better.
Excellent.
So
All
there-
that happened
all that happened
over the span of.
That happened in the last week. That says nothing about what happened in the last month of Scott Pilgrim's. That's how I measure time now in Scott Pilgrim's.
Yeah, SPUs.
Yes, Scott Pilgrim units. Yes.
Me too.
I did that. I'm not going to get into the finer points of why. All I could say
Good
is
call.
the new employer that hired me, the one I mentioned I had a job offer and all
Right.
this other stuff. It was a weird experience, and I just the whole thing skeeved me out. And they're a very big company around here, and a lot of people work there.
Yeah.
But that place was not for me.
Yeah.
It's like, Ian, are you sure you want to edit snuff films? Dude, it's a big raise, man. I think it'll be fine.
And you're like, I don't, but I know a guy I podcast with who might. I'll check.
Yeah, I can. So, in a nutshell, the whole process, the whole hiring process was done virtually. Like, I had an interview over Teams with a guy whose camera on his laptop wasn't working. So, to this day, having gone to
You've
work
never
at this
seen him?
place, I don't know. I wouldn't know him from Adam. He lives in a different city
Yeah.
where one of the offices are located.
Did he sound like this when he interviewed you?
He sounded like Bane from Batman.
Tell me, Ian.
Do you want?
Are you kicking planes out of a? Are you kicking guys out of a plane right now?
What's it to you? Mind your business. So we had this interview, and then a week later, I got the offer, and I was like, "Oh, sweet!" So I go to my first day. There's hardly anyone in the building. It's a giant building. Most everyone apparently on my team works remotely. There's this one guy there that's like been there forever who was going to train me. I spent the first 2 days doing literally nothing. At one point, I got a call from the manager guy who's like, "Hey, you're going to call me in 3 or 4 weeks or a month or two, and you're going to say, hey, I feel like I'm not doing anything. And I want you to know that you don't have to feel that way. It's fine. This is a learning process. You're going to get there, but it may be a while before you're actually doing much of anything." And I'm thinking,
Why?
what? Why is that? Why? And at first I thought, sweet.
Yeah, that's my first thought too. I was like, hey man, as long as no one's yelling at me, fucking bring on the nothing.
I am not good at bringing on the nothing.
Yeah.
I get antsy and I want to start working, and there's a
small chance you were the fall guy for a big scheme.
I have my suspicions about
Congratulations,
that.
you're the new CEO. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
Okay,
It's fine. You're the CEO.
that I'll do.
Just sign this. It's fine.
So we did that, and I was doing my little HR videos, watching all the training, whatever, just getting whatever. So then comes Monday, the following Monday, this past Monday, and I'm sitting there, and the guy that's training me is like, "So what's your experience level with this particular thing?" And I said, "Well, as I mentioned in the interview, very little. I don't know how to do this." And I very clearly pointed that out in my interview. And I was told that it wouldn't matter. And the guy got a look on his face like, "Oh." And I was like, "Oh, fuck." He starts going through some of the stuff they're doing. And I realized like almost immediately, I am not qualified for this job. I am not going to be able to do this job without a lot of training. Like, not just get you familiar with the way we do things, training on a system that I've had like next to no experience using. And at that point, I started texting my former boss because they had said something to me about, we got an offer for you. This was post everything, post me. And I was like, I wasn't going to follow up on it, but then I decided I'll follow up on this. So I did. I texted him, and they're like, you're thinking about coming back? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm about coming back. And they're like, okay, well, here's our offer. And I countered, and we back and forth a little bit, and they got to a number I was comfortable with. It's not as much as I was making at the job I don't know how to do, which was what I will henceforth refer to this as, the job I didn't know how to do. But it was enough to be worth it. And plus, they put me in a different position in the company. So it'll be like a lot less demanding as far as like, I won't be interacting with customers all fucking day, every fucking day, and working little minor issues all the time. I'll be working projects and things like that lets me kind of pace myself a little more and doing a little more like training of new people and bringing them into the fold and getting them comfortable, which is what was not being done for me at my new job.
Right,
which,
sure.
honest to God, gives me a perspective on, boy, this is the way it should be, right? It shouldn't be like put the new guy at a desk in a dark office and wait a week before you do anything with him.
That's been every job that I've ever like out of college. That's been like every job. And then I like venture out and I'm like, should I be doing something?
Right. And I'm not I've been at the same job for 12 years.
Yeah.
So this was not working for me.
Yeah, because you were going at full speed. Like,
I was
you'd worked up
hardcore.
some momentum over that 12
and
years.
then to just
yeah?
stop and to feel like I'm too old to really, I don't want to start over. I just wanted a shift in what I was doing, right? I wanted that to change, and it did.
Well, you need to be in a leadership position.
And I want to be in at least more of a leadership position. I'm not necessarily going to be in a leadership position, but I will be more of in a seniority position.
Okay.
With the more potential for leadership down the road, which is fine. I just needed to get back to what I knew because I know I can do good things and be productive there, and they got to where I needed to be financially speaking. So I'm grateful for that. I got really lucky that, they didn't just tell me to go fuck myself. And
I would have been super surprised if they would have said that.
I would have too, because there was
We got like 4 people working here. Yeah, come please.
there was a
Well, the other job could have required you to fuck yourself. You don't even know.
I don't even know what I was
That is
supposed to
true.
do.
Am I supposed to fuck myself here?
Oh, he got it. First day, people. He got it.
That's why you're in the building alone.
I am
Give that-
qualified.
Give that man a bonus. I had the guy that recommended me to apply. He was a friend of mine that used to work where I work now again. He was like, he messages me the next day and he's like, oh my gosh, I heard you were already leaving. Is everything all right? And I told him, I was like, it's just the job wasn't for me. It's just, I wasn't qualified. And, in my resignation letter, I said, I don't see the point in you wasting resources and training me for something that I'm going to be struggling to understand. I feel like I'm going to be slowing the team down. It's best for me to just walk away now as opposed to spend another month before I decide that I'm not going to be able to do this. And anyway, he was like, well, I'm sorry, man. I feel like I led you astray. I feel like this. And I'm like, dude, it's not your fault. You were just trying to help me, So... But then we've had a lot of clients who were really pissed off at the job I do know how to do that I'm coming back to, that were really upset that I left, and now they're really glad that I'm coming back. So it all worked out in the end. It was just it's just been a really fucking weird week.
Yeah.
Weird
like
shit. I wish I could voice to you how weird the hiring process was out there and how it just felt like, I don't know. There were no people. And I don't know. It was one of the strangest experiences
feel like
employment wise that I've ever had.
It's like a Truman Show kind of experience.
Kind of, sort of, I mean, I'm not saying that the people that worked there were bad or anything.
No,
There's nothing-
I'm saying is that it wasn't real and that they were
It
all,
felt
this was a
like-
Skinner
it
box
felt
where
real.
it's like,
Yeah.
this guy, this sea would be good to observe.
I felt like I was hired to meet a quota of sorts. It just didn't, I don't know. Again, the whole thing just made me feel uneasy. And I've learned in my many years on this earth that I need to be better at trusting my gut. And my gut told me to get the fuck out of there. So for better or worse, that's what I did. But that's all I got to say about that. Because I don't want to talk about my job. I want to talk about all the fucking TV shit I've been watching for the last
Let's hear it.
month. Because I haven't had the opportunity to tell people about good shit on TV. I've watched a little more Naruto.
Yeah, how far are you?
I'm at the part where they are doing they're doing their tests for the
Tune-in exam.
And I've seen Naruto's, and I can't. And then now they're going through the ones that aren't Naruto, Sasuke, or Sakura real fast. But unfortunately, I have kind of a Naruto limit. I have to stop after so many episodes and watch something else, and then come back to it. Nothing wrong with the show. I do like it a lot.
You can ask me to play a radio station or ask for your music on a different app.
Is that right?
Siri, let's watch Naruto together.
I thought she was going to answer. I really did. But,
You're not my master.
I do not recognize your voice. So in between Naruto runs and watches, I started Attack on Titan,
Nice.
which I am loving.
Attack on Titan. I watched the first season, and then there was like a really big
I
gap.
heard there was a huge
and
gap.
I kind of fell off.
Yeah,
and
I fell off too. I've watched in the first season.
I want to go back and revisit it, but I feel like I have to rewatch the first season, which isn't like a huge deal.
I'm up to like episode 23.
Yeah, and it's a good
goes
watch,
fast.
and it does go fast. Nikki didn't watch the first season with me, so it might be something she's interested in. It's just, I don't know, man. That big gap. I wish that big gap hadn't been there, because I know I would have been like, I was there. I remember the first season ending and being like, I am ready for more of this, and then it didn't come for a long time.
I know there was and it just ended, like, or they're
Right.
ending it this year.
Yeah.
And Fortnite is currently paying tribute
I know.
to Attack on Titan. There's an Aaron Yeager skin that
Right.
you can earn.
Oh, see, I would love it if you had to fight all the fucked up
Oh,
Titans.
dude,
Man, that would be
Fortnite.
awesome.
If those fucking terrifying motherfuckers
Just a
were
little one, just a little fucked
just
up one.
walking around in the, oh my
It's
god,
not out of the question. You know what
It's
I mean?
really not.
Like based on how Fortnite is, how weird
It's a weird game.
Fortnite's like the Roger Rabbit of video games.
really
Like, I mean, it could happen. That could happen.
It's the closest we're gonna get to Ready Player One anytime soon, as far as the sheer amount of different licenses that they support and put out there. Because they did My Hero and they've done, Dragon Ball, and now they're doing the Attack on Titan.
They
and
did
the thing,
Naruto. I mean,
they did Naruto.
Marvel.
And the fucked up
All the
thing,
Marvel stuff, yeah.
all the Marvel shit. There's like tons of Marvel stuff in there now. But the fucked up thing about it too is that, like, you saying that the Titans might be walking around in the, they have not yet
tearing down buildings and
opened-
shit. It'd be great.
They have
would be
not
great.
yet opened up whatever's going to lead up. They haven't unlocked the Aaron Yeager skin yet. It's
Right.
been shown in like the battle pass or whatever, and and that it will be a thing that you can get, but they haven't started it yet.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping and dreading that there will be just those fucking creepy ass smiling fuckers running around chasing you in the midst of you trying to not die by the hand of your enemies in the game. But anyway, I was super surprised at how fucking good Attack on Titan was.
Yeah,
I
it's
did not know
awesome.
anything about it. I went into it. Miles had recommended it to me about a year and a half ago, right about the time I started really getting into anime.
Yeah.
And he had given me some suggestions alongside the ones that you guys gave to get me going. And he said I should watch Attack on Titan, and I never got around to it till recently. And I am loving it. Those fucking giants are the scariest thing I've seen in a long time. Kind of, the way they run around and their arms are just flopping around Ace Ventura style, I mean, it was just, and the big grins on their faces while they're picking up the people and eating them. It's
The
just,
live action one's also super fucked up.
there's a live
I haven't
action
seen
one.
that.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch
It's
that.
real fucking weird. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
There's there's like a live action movie.
Oh, wow. I'm going to watch it. But I'm really into Attack on Titan, so there's that. And then really, I'm not going to go down the whole list of everything I've watched, but I will make one good honorable mention that is not anime related. There's a show on Peacock right now called Poker Face, starring Natasha Lyonne of American Pie fame, of Orange is the New Black fame, and of being a long
Most
time
iconic smoker's voice ever.
and
Fame.
fame, and of being a longtime crush of mine, fame. It's a really, really good show, and basically the premise is she has this ability to know when people are lying. That's all she can do. Is like, it's not like when someone lies, she'll just say bullshit. She just knows that they're lying, and she's always right. And she gets caught up in this big fracas with, I'm not going to get into the plot or anything, but she gets into a lot of trouble, and she ends up having to go on the run. And so every episode is in a different place. It's a procedural thing. It's a new episode every week in a different place with different characters, kind of like
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap style. It's like old Murder, She Wrote style, old procedural shows like that used to come on in the 80s and 90s it was a different mystery every week type of deal. It's produced and directed by Ryan Johnson of Knives Out fame.
Yeah,
and,
Knives Out was great.
Knives Out, Glass Onion, those are so good. But Poker Face was a very refreshing surprise. And I highly, highly, highly recommend everyone pick that up and watch it. I think you can get Peacock and watch it for free just with commercials. But excuse me, I've been having a little cold for about a week. Give Poker Face a watch. It's something that you can just watch at your leisure. You don't have to sit down and binge it. We'll watch like 2 episodes at a time and then move on and come back or whatever. I think there's like 10 episodes in the first season. Mm-hmm. Definitely a good watch. Put it on your list. Watch it with your wife and or husband or both, and enjoy. That's it. That's what I got. I'm not going to drag this out too much longer.
No,
we got all. I'm not the only one here. Dave,
Yeah, I'm here.
how have you been?
I've been okay.
you been
I've
up
been
to?
busy with work and stuff. Went to DC for work and didn't do anything fun there. Just worked. But I mean, hey, it was nice to. It's nice to travel. I do like to travel, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
We went to Louisville the week prior.
Oh yeah, we went to the Arcade Expo.
To the Arcade Expo.
We can talk about that. I forgot. I forgot to mention the Arcade Expo.
I mean, I didn't do much. I took Henry to the pool and we swam. And I walked the expo floor and I was like, all right, I'm definitely coming back here. I'm definitely doing that. And then I met up with my sister. She lives in the area and we hung out with them and, Nikki and I and Henry hung out with them. And then, so I didn't get a lot of expos. And then it was Sunday.
Honestly,
and it was like, okay, it's time to go.
I can tell you, John and I went to, Captain Gun Nerd and I went. We went to the expo and we stayed in the nice hotel next to the expo, the Marriott, which was way, 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 way nicer than the ones we've stayed in the past.
Yeah.
That's where I'm staying going forward.
Yeah, same. It was nice.
I have decided, though, that that expo is just too crowded to get anything done unless you're there on Friday night.
It is really crowded.
Friday night is the best night to go because there's not as many people there, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, people start leaving a good 2 hours before the expo's over, and you got access to more machines and more games and more things like that.
Late Sunday's kind of like that,
and then
too.
Sunday morning, I think I think it goes to like
Noon, yeah.
Sunday's
so around
a good
10
time
o'clock
to go.
is
but
like, yeah.
Usually by the time Sunday rolls around, we're ready to get the fuck out of there.
And some people have already packed up their machines and stuff, or
Right.
they're tearing down,
Right.
So,
So you're kind of catching it on the
so you're right. Friday night,
the
that's
slim pickings. But so I think next time I
That's the
go,
zone.
I'm just gonna get one night pass and go Friday, and call that my time at the expo because
Mm-hmm.
I got all the little shopping done that I wanted to do, and I played pinball a lot, and then we went back Saturday a few times, but I mean it didn't matter what time it was Saturday. Morning, noon, and night. That place was asses to elbows, and the lines were 3 or 4 people deep at every machine to play a pinball machine, especially the newer ones.
yeah. The
And
pinball, it seems like it's always crowded there.
So I just kind of gave up, and then we went and had other adventures that I'm not going to get into. We'll just leave that to everyone's imagination. But overall, I had a good time. I'm glad to see you. We had a good night Friday night, Dave and me and John and you.
I fucked up because like we were out till like 4 a.m.
Oh yeah.
and then it was like because the next weekend I was in DC for work. We had like a blackout for vacation, so I couldn't take Friday off and go up there early like I normally would. So Nikki and I and Henry drove up Friday after 5, and then we hung out, which was fun. But man, I fucked up because like we were up until like 4 a.m, and then so Saturday rolled around, and it was just like I'm wanting to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's not wanting to sleep in because he went to bed at like 9.
Sure. He had a full night's sleep. You had
Right.
3 hours maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, we had a great time, but all we did was we fucked around when you got there, we fucked around at the expo for a little while.
For a little bit, yeah.
Then we went back to our room and just sat and fucking talked. And I said a lot of things that were true that I will never repeat again. So if you got to hear them the once, you get to hear them the once.
I'll have to try to remember real hard.
Yeah. But because I was drunk, and that was the first time I had been drunk in 6-7 months. So yeah, I was having a good time talking, just spilling guts, talking about feelings.
Yeah.
But yeah, before you know it, it's fucking 4 a.m. But we
went to Waffle House.
We got
our server Brandon was excellent. He was fantastic.
excellent. We got a hair up our butt.
Legit a Brandish server.
Yeah. He was a little Brandish.
Yeah.
That's like a Branford, you know? It's Brandish.
We went to Waffle House and we're loud but fun. And not messing anything. We didn't make a mess or hurt anybody.
No.
Or piss anybody off. We had a good time.
Got triple order hash browns, smothered, covered, whatever you call it, with the jalapenos and ham.
Yeah. I did
I
also.
think chunked is ham.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm
That's
not
for
sure
sure.
what jalapeno is.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's fun to read off the menu though.
I ate.
I pretend like I work here. There's the menu.
I ate the All-Star. And I never eat that late. I ate a full breakfast.
I mean, it was pretty much breakfast time for a lot of people.
Close enough. It was breakfast time for roofers.
Yeah,
Yeah, roofers and pool installers. It was breakfast time.
Yeah.
So, I do want to plug something real quick.
Yeah.
While we're at it, there was a nice booth set up over at the expo. I bought some Funko Pops from them and sat and talked to them for a little while. And I left the piece of paper with their names on it at home. I will bring it next week and read their names next week. But they were there on behalf of Destination Comics in Louisville, Kentucky. They're located at 5031 Shelbyville Road in Louisville. Go by. They got all kinds of stuff. They're a great place, and their booth was fun.
Cool.
And they were cool people. So I just wanted to put a quick plug out there because I told them that I would. So anyway, go ahead.
You're talking about the vendors. Henry got I've never watched Demon Slayer. I know it's a very popular anime, but I recognize
I'm gonna start it next. Probably.
We're probably gonna start it too because like he found like a katana there. It's like a plastic. It's it's a toy, but it's a nice toy. But it's the main character's katana, and he was like, I want to buy this, and I was like, I haven't watched that anime, but I'm pretty sure it's from this anime. So we started talking about it, and so yeah, we might end up watching that one. But
it's on my list. I think I'm gonna pick up.
People love it, and it looks good. I mean, the character designs look nice, and it's up my alley as far as the.
You remember me telling you about the car that drives past my house that's fully decked out?
I do.
It's Demon Slayer.
Is it? Yeah.
I thought it was my hero.
It's got to be that Jimmy John's delivery driver. It has to be.
Oh, well then it's got ears and a huge Demon Slayer stickers on it and stuff.
Maybe it's not.
There's cat ear. It's a silver car with black cat ears.
I haven't seen the ears.
And
so maybe
all
it's
this Demon Slayer sticker. The thing's done out.
Yeah. Like professionally done, like a rap kind of deal, or is it?
Yeah, it's awful taste but great execution.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. This is not the same car I've seen because the one that I've seen is like it's just got like so many of those peaker stickers. It has like so many of those, like all the Demon Slayer characters. I mean, it's just like in a row.
Now this one was done up. This one was someone spent some money on it. And whoever it is lives close to me because they drive past my house literally every morning.
Right.
Presumably on their way to work, or just because they want me to see their car.
Right.
They probably saw me.
That's Ian from TADPOG.
That's Ian from TADPOG.
TADPOG and Knuckles.
No, now I know where he lives. I'll drive my Demon Slayer car by every day.
Maybe he's paid by the Demon Slayer people. Maybe it's like a promotional.
Yeah, one of those. We'll give you $1 a day or whatever.
Grassroots.
Just drive. You have to just drive 5 miles in town.
Yeah. Good old fashioned grassroots anime campaign.
A little whistle stop anime campaign.
Anime astroturfing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll pull ourselves up by our bootstraps just like Akira Toriyama. Get out there, start beating street.
Pull yourself up by your Pegasus boot.
Other than that, I've just been playing Dragon Warrior for the first time, or Dragon Quest, I guess, if you're fancy. There's a game. I didn't know there's a Game Boy Color remake. I had tried it on the NES, like when I was streaming, like years ago.
What game was that again?
Dragon Warrior. Okay. Yeah, there's
the OG.
Yeah, well, no, it's a remake for the Game Boy Color.
When I asked you to play Fortnite with me the other day, and you said I'm going to go back to playing Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, because I was playing with Henry,
and I was like, "What is he talking about?"
I'm doing my requisite. Like Henry's like, "You want to play Fortnite?" I'm like, "I do."
Yeah,
I mean,
get a little time.
I'd rather be doing, playing something else, but this is good time. You know what I mean? Like when we're playing something, it almost doesn't matter what we're playing unless it's like some like god awful Minecraft mod that he wants to play. Right. Which nothing against Minecraft. It's just there's some fucking servers out there that are just like they're trying to make Minecraft do shit that like it just doesn't do a good job of it, And it's like it's kind of cool. It's fun, right? It's kind of cool, but a lot of people, him included, take it seriously, and it's like I don't know, man. There's just better.
Can't we just build something?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Can we fight some zombies? Maybe?
Yeah, let's do some of that.
Do some traditional Minecraft.
Fortnite's a good
grassroots Minecraft.
That's right. That's right. Get Steve and Alex. Let's go out and
some artisanal Minecraft trees.
That's right. None of this Microsoft skins bullshit. Fortnite's a nice like middle ground for us because we both like it. It's neither of our favorites.
Yeah.
But I mean, we both like it.
I love it. I've been playing it a lot.
Oh, it's great.
Between that and Overwatch, I'm sad. I don't need anything else right now.
So I've been playing Dragon Warrior and I've been doing it. I mean, I've been trying to not like look anything up. I've just been kind of like exploring, and it was good to play on the plane. That's why I started playing it, because I was like, oh, Big Dick Pie Baker, Chris Vaughn, he made me a Game Boy Color that's really nice. And
so nice.
So I took it with me, and I was like, oh yeah, Dragon War. I can't remember how. Oh, it's because I was on that Dragon Ball kick and Akira Toriyama, and it's like Akira Toriyama's art, concept art artist for all the Dragon Quest stuff. So that was in my mind. And then Nate, Game Bug Prime Nate, he was on the Steam Machine podcast. He was talking about playing Chrono Trigger for the first time. So I had this retro RPG, like Akira Toriyama kind of like thing going on. It just felt like and then when I discovered, oh, there's a remake of the game for Game Boy Color, and I looked it up, and it's like, oh, that looks really nice. And everything just kind of fell into place. So I've been playing that. And then Final Fantasy XI, I've been playing that with Miller, off and on. It's been fun. Miller's like really fast. Like he knows his shit in Final Fantasy XI.
He better hasn't played it for 20 years.
And like, cause it's like every time I'd see him in person, I mean, it'd be like a matter of a couple days, and he like has gained like 50 levels or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, damn, I can't do that, like, cause I just don't know, I don't know the process. I don't know the order. I don't know all that. Sure. What's important, what's not important. And also my speed is kind of like, I'm just gonna level Dark Knight. I'm just gonna gain like 10 levels of Dark Knight and watch 5 episodes of 30 Rock while I do it.
Right.
I love that shit.
That's like my speed. So I started watching, man, 30 Rock fucking rules. 30 Rock is like,
it's so good.
When I would think about 30 Rock, it's like, man, that was a good show. I had no idea that it fucking like, it doesn't take any time for that show to pick up.
No.
I mean, it's like the first season is like, it's there. I mean, it's just doing its fucking thing, you know? And it's like, damn, this show was really good right from the beginning. It didn't find its footing. It just like it. I mean,
it's like Parks and Rec that took time.
And I like that first season, but I mean, it's the weakest season, and it's and it really, Parks and Rec doesn't really know what it's doing in the first season.
Yep.
But like 30 Rock is just straight up like, okay, fuck it. I mean,
Well, they had so much experience to build on.
yeah.
That show is right what you know, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what they did with that one. That's a good show. I really dig it.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's great. So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been playing a little Red Earth. It's a Capcom fighter. That's in the that Capcom fighting bundle that came out, I guess, a couple years ago. That went on sale, and I picked it up. And I'd never played it before. It's different. I mean, in a good way. It's fun.
Cool.
It's kind of like this post-apocalyptic fighter where, like, there are 4 playable characters, and you kind of the narrative is actually really good. So, like, there's little cut scenes between each fight and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a lion guy.
Like a anthropomorphic lion, or
Yeah.
like a con man.
A lion.
Okay.
Maybe I'm a lion.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, shut up.
It's him. He got like transformed into a beast. Yeah, and there's like a ninja and everything. Yeah, it's cool.
Sweet. Red Earth.
Red Earth.
Okay.
Tyler, what about you? I know you've been busy with your masters.
Yep, I finished that.
Nice.
So yeah, I got my MBA in healthcare administration because it was a program, self-paced. Because I heard about it from the former COO at the hospital I work at. Told me about it. I checked it out. I was like, okay, no GRE. It's affordable. It's self-paced. 13 classes. They're all broke down pretty similarly. I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And it was only like $100 a month.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is.
Like nothing down. That's just all it was. And like compared to other master's programs, like way
No,
cheaper.
yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah. And they used a little older of textbooks, so I could just go into Library Genesis, and out of the 13 classes, I was just able to download for free 10 of my textbooks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that was like huge relief.
That's where they get you.
Yeah.
Those are the
Fuck
books.
yeah, it is. So like every class was 4 units. Unit is like a 25 question quiz, and then a 5-page paper, and then 4 units, 100 question final. That's a class, no problem. They give you 5 years to do it. The guy who told me about it did his at 45 days.
Oh.
So like, if you really wanted to do it, you could really knock it out. I did not do that. I fucking dragged my feet hard. Turns out I need some little bit of structure and not just like, all right, see you in 5 years.
Do it when you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So over like minimum, you have to do a class every 6 months. That's about what I did. And so whenever I got an alert that said like, you have 2 months to finish your master's, like, how many classes do I have? Oh, 7 classes in 2 months. It's like, okay, shit. So then like, that's really where my focus has been.
Yeah.
I took a week.
I know it.
of
I know it
vacation
has
from work.
been.
We know this.
So that's, yeah. So I mean, I knocked out 6 of those classes in about 2 weeks. And then like, I had to like get that. I think they had restructured the program in the time that I dragged my feet all the way to the end. So I had to like call them and be like, hey, can you open some of this shit that isn't even on your site anymore? That's still a part of my plan. So did that, finished that. So all good there. Now I can go back to streaming and doing other things.
Really
Good.
glad. You should be proud. That's awesome, man.
Because I just sat down and because what I did, like 25 plus 5-page papers and shit. It was
Jesus Christ.
yeah, because that's just because the
Chat GPT, right? That's pretty good shit, right?
that's what both of my bosses told me.
That's awesome.
My company boss and then my hospital boss like, let's use that chatbot thing.
I fucking love chat. I mean, it's the best because it's like I make a lot of social media posts for work, and it's like write me a social media post. Here are the pertinent details. And it's like, I mean, this thing knows it better than I do. So it's like, then I copy that and then I edit because I mean, it's still a robot.
Right.
It's like, okay, that's good. That's not good. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. No, I love it. I think it's a great tool. I don't know how it does on like a 25-page paper, but
I was worried that because the capstone was locked out for so long, and then because I had to take it was like six business classes, 5 healthcare classes, a research paper class, and a capstone. So when I had to take the research paper class, I was like, fuck, is this going to be like a 50-page fucking paper? Which that's what I had to do for my capstone for my bachelor's, and that fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do that again. And I had a whole semester to do that. I'm going to have like a week to do this. But it turned out it was just a regular class. So I was like, thank
Nice.
you.
that's good. That's good.
But yeah, in the meantime, like paper. All right, Melissa, let's watch Modern Family while we scroll on TikTok. So I only got about less than halfway through Modern Family, and I used to love it. So it's like, and she never even heard of it.
Really?
So we've been doing a watch of Modern Family, which that's been good.
Okay.
Then we went to see Cocaine Bear.
How was Cocaine Bear?
It was good.
Yeah,
It was good. I liked it. Didn't blow me away, but I liked it.
John Wick 4 is out.
I've never seen any John Wicks.
I'm going to see
Me
that.
neither.
I'm going to try
I'm
to
wickless.
then to go see that with me this weekend. You should watch John Wick. It's a good
That's
series.
what everyone says. I'm sure that I would love it.
I know you will.
I'm sure that
I think you would both like it. I think it'd be hard not to. It's my favorite Keanu role.
Yeah.
And that's a bold statement because I've liked most of his work.
I just fucked up because I don't want to watch it at home. I fucked up by like not seeing them in the theater because it
I didn't see 1 and 2 in the theater.
man, I get so frustrated watching a lot of movies at home. I know I've gone on about this on the show before, but I mean, I get so distracted at the house,
Sure.
and it's like I don't like unless it's in another language. I don't like watching shit with subtitles. You know, like
Oh, really?
if it's English, it irritates me.
We run subtitles 100% of the time.
Yeah, Melissa can't watch a show without subtitles now.
We
So
did
I'm
well,
used to that.
yeah, because I mean, a lot of the modern shit is like the compression. They don't compress anything anymore because it's like they want it to be dynamic sounding, and it's like that's great in a movie theater where you have speakers set up for dynamic sound. But I mean, I got a sound bar. You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah.
That, like, we didn't pay a lot for that. It's not fancy.
Right. Well, we upgraded our sound system at the house because of this. Because we went full Apple ecosystem. So we got an Apple TV 4K and went to YouTube TV, dropped our cable package and went to that and
Oh wow,
everything.
That's a big deal.
But
Because
we-
I know, like,
yeah.
you guys are like,
We worked
Yeah,
it
you guys
out.
were. Yeah.
I got Tanya to talk Tanya into it. I was like, if you cannot use this, it's as close to cable as you can get. It's exactly like cable. Just doesn't have channel numbers, you know. So if you can't use this, we'll ditch it. We'll go back to cable. She's fine. We're good. So now we've got no cable, and I'm paying $100 and some odd less per month.
Wow.
And we still
that's
have
nice.
all our movies and things that we like to watch.
Right.
But we went ahead and we bought a couple of these HomePod speakers
Yeah.
from Apple, and
Yeah.
they're nuts.
Really?
We bought 2, which is like we could not afford them, but bought them anyway because they're really nice and they make the sound like we've got them sitting up in front of the TV. You know, instead of the sound bar, we're using these things. It just blows the room up with sound.
Really?
It's insanely good.
What do they work? I mean, do they work with? I mean, what do they connect to?
An Apple TV.
Yeah.
You'd have to have. I mean, you can buy the HomePod and just
Yeah.
use it as like it's like an Echo Dot type of deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Only it's tall. You know, it's like Google's speaker.
Yeah.
And it's got Siri built in and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, you can use it, but if you want to use it for your TV, you have to have an Apple TV.
You know, I turn my nose up at the Apple TV, but at the same time, like I've got like a Google. It's not Google TV. It's just a fucking dongle I plug into the TV.
Oh, like a Chromecast.
A Chromecast, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Chromecast, and like that motherfucker, like I'll be watching something, and every now and then it's just like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then I'll just turn off, and I'm like, no, turn on. And it's like, okay, I'm back. I'm done. And then it'll just turn off immediately.
I had that problem a lot with Chromecasts as well.
And we've got 2 in the house because I was really impressed with the one that I had at first when it wasn't doing that.
Wasn't doing that, yeah.
Because it was really easy to stream VR to the TV via the Chromecast. But now after all this, I don't know. Maybe I should get an Apple TV.
I would look into it and see if it suits your needs.
Yeah,
because it's really nice to have. It's kind of just like set up like your iPhone, you know.
Right, and they're not crazy expensive, are they?
For the 4K one, which is kind of what you want.
Yeah,
about $120.
That's not crazy.
It's not bad.
That's like and
it comes with a really nice remote, and it works. Yeah. It works well. I mean, I've had good luck with it. We've had it for about a month.
Okay,
and it's been working real well, and it integrates into your whole ecosystem. And you know, I liked it.
Okay, cool.
It'll
I'll look
run
into
anything, any app.
That was my next question.
You can run everything you want on it.
Cool.
Whatever services you subscribe to, there's an app on the Apple TV for it.
Great. That makes sense. I mean, they got the app, on the phone. So, yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Now, the HomePods are considerably more expensive.
Yeah.
But they're, in my mind, for as much TV as we watch, and as much as we like sound and the environment, and it was a worthwhile investment for us. We've already gotten tons of use out of it. Just watching movies in 4K with this immersive Dolby Atmos sound. It's like, it's expensive, but Apple did it right.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for the sound experience, if that's a thing for you or anybody else, that's a definite look at that.
I mean, how much are they?
A lot.
Like, are we talking are we like over $1,000 kind of deal?
No, I mean, not per speaker. It's I'd say it's about $600.
Because anyone listening can just look it up. I mean, it's not like a secret, right?
No, it's not. It's about, I think about $600 for a pair. But you can buy one
for a pair.
Yeah,
okay.
You can buy one.
That's less than I thought it would be.
One is almost enough. I mean, one does the job.
So what's the point of having 2? Is you get
just a stereo pair. You just get more of an immersive experience. But the one we bought one and used it for about a week just by itself. It was great. But we went ahead and bought the second one to do the stereo pair thing, and thought, well,
how many can you set up?
Just 2.
Oh, okay.
You can only do a pair. I thought, oh man.
Yeah, you get like 5, 7 of these.
Well, they make a
right?
HomePod Mini.
Oh, okay.
As well, but it doesn't have. Like the HomePod has like a circle of speakers and then a woofer at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So you get that big bass.
Yeah, you get some bass.
The HomePod Mini has really, really good speakers, but it doesn't do like surround sound.
Okay.
And you can't set those up as a pair.
Okay, but the big ones do surround sound.
The big ones do surround sound. If you get one, it sounds really good. I mean, I was unbelievably impressed with how good. I thought that's got to be a gimmick, you know.
Right.
Gage kind of talked me into it. He was like, "You should do this," because we were looking at getting another sound bar anyway.
Yeah,
I was astounded at the sound that comes out of this little
Ours
thing.
sucks, man. I mean, because it's like we were watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, and like I love that movie, and Nikki hadn't seen it before, and it's like the sound's not compressed because it's a movie, so it's all this dynamic sound. You got really high volume in some places, you got really low volume, and it's like can't understand what anybody's fucking saying. So I'm like constantly like turning it up and like then now it's too loud, turn it down. I hate that shit. I hate it.
We've still run into some movies that have done that.
Yeah.
That's not the system's fault.
I know.
It's the movie's fault.
Right, I know.
We were watching something the other day where we could like all the dialogue was barely audible.
I hate that shit, dude.
But like the action sequences were fucking shaking the windows, and it's like that was just a fault of whoever did the mix down for the the streaming service. But I would recommend it. It's obviously an expensive thing to get into.
Sure.
It's an investment, but
Yeah.
I think it's worth it because Jesus, I
cool.
wouldn't have believed it was as good as it was if I hadn't seen it for myself.
Cool.
So
well, that's good to hear.
maybe if you're in the market and you want to spend a few $100, give that setup a shot.
I would easily pay that if it was like on the box. It
You
said,
should come-
"Here are all the dialogue. Never worry about it again." Because like when Henry was real young, we used to roll closed captions because it's like he wants to watch TV. This is a great opportunity for him to read.
We taught Cohen how to read by leaving subtitles up on the as a
great.
supplement to
Yeah,
learning how to read.
it's fantastic.
Exactly.
Henry knows how to read now.
Yeah.
And closed captioning ruins every fucking joke. I hate
I know, because you can see the punchline.
hate that. And I watch a lot of comedy, and that's the straw that broke the camel's back. I told Nikki, I was like, I can't do this anymore because I know that I read the joke before it's delivered.
I get it.
And that drives me insane.
That's a good point.
Because
I know
like
that feel.
it's so like this offset where I'm like laughing before the punchline's delivered. It's just like, I don't know.
I wish we could turn reading off. Because as soon as you see something, you read it.
Oh, you
Right.
can't, you're right. You
Right,
can't, like,
yeah.
You can't change the pace at which you read.
Right.
And the way we learn to read is I can read all that
Right.
at the I sight read
All those
by
sight
seeing
words.
every bit of that. I know what the whole thing says. And
Yeah.
I get it. You see the big reveal.
Yeah.
It's not just comedy.
Right.
The big reveal.
Yeah,
of
dramatic
dialogue
reveal. Yeah.
And you're like, well, shit. You go before everyone else.
Right.
If they're
It's
not
not-
looking at
yeah.
and I will look at the fucking subtitles. Like I will miss things happening in the picture.
Totally.
Because I'm
Absolutely.
reading.
You're reading.
But I can't do it without them now. It drives me crazy without them. I don't know.
No, I get it. I do. I get it. Because I mean, it's hard to hear anything now.
You should come by my house.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
And you can hear you can hear the thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to see I'll come by about when does the Demon Slayer car go by? I want to see that too.
It's like 7:30 in the morning.
See you then.
Okay. I've been meaning to try to catch Demon Slayer car and get a picture, but I keep
Post
not
it in the
having
Discord.
Yeah. I'll set up my phone with a video going, and when I
Get one
know
of
they're
those deer
coming by.
cams. get like a decoy Demon Slayer car, like the park it in your driveway next to the camera.
Yeah. Oh,
So just set up a demon somewhere. So that
Yeah.
so they'll stop to try and slay it.
Slay me.
Meanwhile, I'm taking pictures of your car, sucker. Speaking of everything, everywhere, all at once. Come on, that
Swept.
movie won every major award at the Oscars, which is
Shut Elvis
super
out.
cool. Shut it out. Elvis didn't win fuck all. I think it
Nope.
got like a costume award, or did
maybe,
it win
I
that
don't
one
know.
too? I don't know. Just wanted to give a super big shout out to that movie because
a great
it was
movie.
such a good fucking
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. It's
and
great.
for it to win so many, I mean, it won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting, Best this, Best that. I mean, it got them all.
Deserved. Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah, it's
deserved.
great.
There was a lot of good movies in the running this year for a lot of these awards. I saw a lot of those movies. But by far, that was the one that deserved the awards it got the most. So congratulations to Everything Everywhere All at Once. 2 weeks after the fact. But, we're on a fucking schedule here, people. What do you want from me?
Fine. But then I also just circle back real quick. I
Yeah,
just want to thank Dave, you in particular, for
You're welcome.
everything because I know I had to bug the shit out of you all the time.
You did.
for my degree.
And there were times where I was like,
I know,
I'd
bugging
wake
the
up
shit out
and
of
see a
him.
message and be like, I was asleep.
Because by the time, because I was trying to do a class a day, so I'm
I
like
know.
done with a class at like 9 or 10. It's like I don't know. Hope today maybe Dave's.
Sometimes I
I
was.
hate having to text him now.
Sometimes. Hey, man, if I was up, didn't bother me at all.
Because their proctor system is weird. You had to have a proctored final, but it was like, yeah, it just has to be somebody you know that you can't be related to them, and they can have gone to this school, and we'll send them a code, and they have to promise us they're giving it to you. And that's it.
You should have called me, man. I would have helped you with that.
What's 5 years ago?
Oh. I forgot. This was at the...
I think we played a D&D game together at that point.
Yeah, true. I barely knew you. But I'll be your proctor.
So
No problem.
Thank you for
No
helping me, 'cause I know it wasn't
No worries.
fun.
No worries. There are times where I'd see the message and I'd be like, well, I hope this is getting to him because I knew you were cutting it close.
Well, it wasn't a
So,
big deal because if you just weren't up, I would just go to as long as I finished the class, the next one would open up.
Yeah.
So I could just move on to this class and go ahead and do one part of it and then just finish the final whatever the the next day.
And I keep weird hours. Like, I mean, there are some nights where I'm up until midnight, and then I get up for I get 6 hours of sleep, do work, and then I get home, and it's like, I'm going to bed at 8 tonight.
Yep.
And it's like I kind of flip flop, and the weekend rolls around, and I'm like, definitely staying. I'll do like a Waffle House Friday, or it's like definitely staying up till 4, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna this is gonna absolutely wreck any like schedule, in the following week.
Oh, yeah.
Because my body's just gonna be like, we go to bed now, and I'm like, it's 8.
Bed now.
No, we go to bed now.
We not talk about time. We go bed now.
You had pasta. Bed now.
Time is human construct. You
Can
go
I at
bed
least
now.
get in bed? No.
You're sleeping here.
No, sleep now.
Well, we're at the 1 hour mark. Do we want to do a draft or we want to move into the game?
I'm down for whatever.
I'd say let's move into the game.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a little
Sounds
community corner tonight.
We do have some community corner.
And then I found a letter while we were cleaning.
Okay, great. So we got a letter and we got a box from Dane.
Tyler and I worked on the studio this past weekend.
It looks great in here.
Thank you.
I totally didn't want to do it, so the timing was
was
perfect.
You didn't want
perfect.
to get up on a weekend and clean my garage.
Nope, I didn't. I sure didn't. I told you that in Louisville too, so it wasn't like a big secret. It's like because John was going to get involved, and it's like, all right, you got John, 2 guys who like doing this kind of stuff. I don't like doing this kind of stuff.
Tyler and I got together. It was about 10 a.m., maybe 11. It was
Roundish.
something like that. We got together. I thought it was going to be a whole hell of a lot more involved than it was, but really, I mean, we were done by 2. We were out of here by
that's
2
good.
o'clock. But
It looks great.
And then, now we have a
I
memorial.
know. I
to
love the
Flopsy.
shadow
have-
box with Flopsy in there,
Yes.
the moldy Flopsy.
moldy
It's
Flopsy.
great.
Moldy
and-
Flopsy and spider-ridden Trainsy simulator.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. It's great. Looks fantastic. So much room for activities.
There is.
Yeah.
The table's cleared off. The mixing board's moved over to the side where
Yeah.
I'm now operating sound.
Yeah.
We got room to move around in here. It's really great. I will take a picture of the studio and
Okay.
post it on the Discord
Yeah.
for everyone to see. I realize you don't have anything to compare it to, everyone, but
They probably. I think we had pictures of like the first or the TADPOG Annex 2 at my old house.
yeah, okay.
But that's been the only other one. I
Well,
think.
this is by far the best the studio has been, just from a perspective of function, because now everyone at the table has a place to put things, and we don't have
got these
wires and
arms
cables
up, so-
everywhere, big arms. So only thing on the table is Flopsy 2, my laptop, and the box of what we're going to open up for Community Corner.
My favorite studio of all time
If you
that
say
we ever
Blanket
recorded
Fort.
it wasn't Blanket Fort. It was in your closet. I guess, which is like Jack's room now, or
it's Jack's room's now.
Yeah,
my walk-in closet.
man, that was it was so small, but there was so much stuff in there, like fabric and stuff.
Yeah, because we had clothes on either side, my side and Melissa's
God,
side.
I didn't have to worry about sound at all. It was just like, and I mean, clothes were like, I mean, they were like brushing up against us.
Yep.
It was good. It was nice.
That's
I like
awesome.
that. This is nicer.
Also, it's intimate.
yeah,
It's
it
intimate
was.
and
It was kind of fun.
I used to hang out
We had balls
play
3D in
closets.
there. I remember that specifically.
Yeah, open wide for Chunky.
I used to love playing in closets when I was a kid, so I
Yeah.
can relate to how that would be.
I need to get one of those like circular racks from like J.C. Penney's or something.
Oh man,
Put a bunch of dresses and sweaters and shit on that. We just crawl up under that mushroom
Mine
and
for
record
our
in there.
parents, make them mad.
I got in one of those once in Nashville when I was a kid. I was in Nashville when I was little. It's probably about 4, and in 1978. Parents didn't give a fuck what you did. You just wander off. They're like, go play in that little toy area. I'm going to go shop. I'll come back and get you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got inside one of those clothes racks once and fell asleep.
I think, I remember you saying
Yeah,
that.
my mother was freaking out.
bet.
And they found me, and I got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But, man, I love being in that little place.
Yeah,
That
they were
thing was
great.
fucking great. It's
They were
my own
great.
little cave.
Uh-huh. I used to like try to like jump from one to the other without being seen.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
But yeah, it looks great in here. And
Thank you.
I think I'd love to get some like standing RGB lights in here. I think that would be really nice. I know they're kind of expensive, but I mean, I think that can go a long way too.
Yeah, we just it's bigger and we can move around more, and we've just got. I like the potential. We've unlocked a little more potential here now for stuff like that.
Sure.
So
I've got to put up the picture of the urban cob still.
yes,
And we've got a whole bunch of sound absorbing mats to put up. But
yeah, we're deflating those. We got them out of the
reflating
packaging,
them.
or reinflating them naturally. I haven't checked on them.
they're a lot bigger.
Are they?
Yeah.
I figured. I mean, it was like the size of a pancake
Because they were packed in that
because
shrink
they were
wrap.
packed in the shrink
Yeah.
wrap. But I bet there was probably 20.
Oh wow, that's
Miller,
funny.
it was an inch, but yeah, everybody 20
Yeah.
Miller bought us.
So yeah,
When we
hang
started the
those up
Scott
and
Pilgrim game 25 episodes ago.
give us a little bit more, sound dampening. But
That's like an acoustic panel per episode.
it is. I'm just happy with it. I love this room now, and so anyway. I'll take some pictures of it and post it up on the Discord. And if you
Great.
guys want to send us stuff,
Buy a shirt.
to hang in here, don't do that. Buy a shirt.
Yeah, buy
Then-
buy a shirt and you get to see a photo in the studio.
Stay tuned for the.
Send us your receipt. Send us a proof of purchase. 4 to 5 weeks, you'll get a photo in the studio.
But don't
in the
show it to
mail.
anybody.
Better not show it to
Better not
anybody.
show it to anybody.
Yeah,
You put it on Pirate Bay with me, real man.
he's super upset.
You want to send us something to hang up in the studio? Well, stay tuned. At the end of the episode, we'll give you the address.
And we got
where
that
you
Luke
can do that.
pedophile poster over here.
Yeah.
Phil's picture of us as dicks.
Then of course, the Flopsy.
He's got to update it with an E and Dick.
The Flopsy Memorial is my favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's amazing.
That fit better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's perfect.
Good room. All right, let's take a break.
All right.
and we'll be back with
Brandish.
Amy, it says you are trained in technology. That's very good. Are you adept at Excel?
No.
PowerPoint?
No.
Publisher?
Not really.
Exactly in what area of technology are you proficient?
Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, Vine, Twitter. You know the big ones.
I'm surprised you didn't say Facebook.
That's for old people, like my parents. That's funny.
Well, Amy, when you're working for me, you have to have those kind of research skills because I'll send you things for you to comb through and get the answers and send them to me. So for that, you got to be really good at technology.
For stuff like that, no problem. I'll just ask Siri.
You'll just ask Siri?
You know, Siri tell me this, Siri find me that. We're all good at getting you the answers.
All right.
We're back.
The game.
Game talk time. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do game talk anymore.
It's been a minute. We got this.
We got this. We've got a great game to talk about too.
A little overview for Brandish for the SNES. It is a first-person dungeon crawler, but done in third person.
above top down.
Yeah, top down.
Does that sound good? Do you like the sound of that?
Well, then we got the game for you.
Stay tuned. It came out in 1994 in Japan, late 1994, early 1995 on the SNES. It was developed by Nihon Falcom and published by Toei. So Nihon Falcom, known for the Ys series mainly.
Is it Toei or Koei?
Koei, sorry, did I say Toei?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Godzilla people. They did it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
Koei,
it's Koei.
Koei did like Gemfire and shit, right?
Yeah,
They like to do
Gemfire.
the obtuse, weird.
Strategy game,
Yeah.
but they just published it. So, but yeah, the games that they develop, like Nobunaga's Ambition and Gemfire, like you mentioned, they kind of stick to that kind of thing. Yeah. This was originally a PC game, I think, for the NEC in Japan, and it came out, I think, late '80s. So when it was ported to the Super Nintendo, it was it had already been developed, for a few years. And that's Brandish. That was fun talking about Brandish with you guys. Community Corner.
That's right. Moving on.
Well, when you saw the box art for Brandish, what'd you think? What did you think it was going to be?
It was the least like Americanized box art.
I love the box art.
The box art is really good. There's a female antagonist in the game. I can't remember her name now. I didn't take very good notes this week because, I've only had 5 weeks to prepare for this. But I can't remember her name. But it's just a really nice kind of manga drawing of her in an action, like she's sword flying. It's a good box art. That's like a poster I would like to have.
Yeah.
It's like a battle angel sort of thing.
She does.
Yeah.
She really does. And it's excellently deceptive box art. And it does not market to teenage boys in the United States the way that a lot of box art gets changed that we've talked about in the past.
Yeah, it wasn't Americanized at all.
No.
I mean, other than like the type on it. I mean,
Right.
And it's really amazing because it's like, I couldn't believe it because there's like prominent cleavage on
Very prominent.
and it's like, wow,
cleavage.
on a Super Nintendo game.
She's cute. She's a cute anime girl. And again, I would love to have that poster up in here. If anybody has a Brandish poster, send it to us. We want it.
If anybody has a Brandish poster,
Sell it
I'm
for a
impressed.
lot
Wow.
of money. probably.
Yeah. But it's funny that you say that because I was thinking of the same thing. I was like, man, I wonder if there's a poster because I think the art's really good.
It's the rare box art that I can say that was like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, we can just make fun of
Sure.
it. This is good box art. So
Yeah, rival turf.
right, exactly. Fucking
yeah.
Dinosity.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
There's nothing like that here.
Yeah.
This is the way I wish most like box art kind of was because there was
Yeah.
some real effort put into it. Here.
It gave
And
me-
I think there's a lot to be said for the fact, like you said, the game was already developed. There was already sort of a brandish here.
It was on Brandish.
It was good for them to be able to do that without having to change anything because it was an established property. So
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they didn't change it for North America, other than it was probably just way cheaper to not. You know.
right. Good call though.
Yeah, and it gave me like Record of Lodoss War vibes because you have the main character on there as well. The man, his name is like Ares, and there's like every character has like 2 different names. Like it's Valak
Valak
or Ares.
in North America,
Right.
But Ares in Japan.
Yeah. So, and I think the lady, I think she's Dora in Japan, but I can't remember her name in the American version.
And I think there have been remakes of this game.
Oh, it's Alexis in the American version.
There was one that came out for like the PSP, I think.
Yeah, they did a remake.
And in that, you've got the ability to play as her, which you.
Oh, that's
do not
cool. I
have
didn't know
in this
that.
game.
I looked for that and couldn't find it.
Yeah, she's not a playable character in the Super NES version, I don't believe.
That's only like, and that remake's only like 8 years old. It was like that's like a late, super late. Weird that it's a PSP, honestly, because it's like when I saw that, I was like, when I saw the release date, I was like, "You sure that's not Vita?"
Right.
So I don't know, but anyway, I didn't play that. It looked apparently that's like, from what I've heard from like hardcore gaming, says that that's like the definitive version to play. If you're gonna play a version, play that.
Well, based on what I experienced with this game, I can see why.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah.
Here, and
I'm gonna call it one of the games where I feel like had the biggest missed potential.
it really did.
A lot of things that we played.
I started this game. The intro scene was really cool.
Yeah,
I liked
cutscenes.
the story they were telling.
Oh, you did. Yeah.
This
They set up the lore of the world.
They set up the
and-
lore, and they get it done quickly and effectively, and move right into it. Right, and they tell you essentially that there was this dragon that was the protector of this town, and this guy comes along and he wants the dragon's power, and I'm not going to get all into the.
I think it's really neat that the dragon like decided to just like peace out and like kill itself and to curse the guy.
Right.
It's a little weird because it's like, I'm gonna curse you by like giving you power. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like the Mummy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
It's like you're a beast, but like I could have just killed you, I guess. But oh well,
Nah, you can
not
have
my
my power.
problem. Deuces. I've been a dragon for a long time. I'm tired.
Doing your research, bro. Curse dragon. You don't want to kill a curse dragon.
That is true.
But then you're cast into an underground maze, and the point is to find your way out.
Yeah.
So that you can then liberate the city, the town that was torn asunder.
Yeah.
It's
And not get killed by Alexis.
not
That's
get
kind of,
killed
I
by
think
her.
that's kind of neat, where it's like they build the lore of the world and then shift from that immediately to that story. Like there's like,
Yeah.
it becomes very personal and in a way that honestly, like I really don't think a lot of RPGs in that era did, like, or on the Super Nintendo
Right,
did.
yeah.
Like within that very first bit, I felt like, oh yeah, they're actually like trying to push like it seems like they're really trying to push a narrative here. Where I've played a lot of games, a lot of RPGs on the system where it's kind of got that old NES, like you're going to go to this town, you're going to talk to people, they're going to tell you to go to this dungeon to get this thing, you're going to go get that thing, you're going to bring it back, and then you're going to go to the next town. And it's like, it's not really, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of story in those kinds of games.
Right.
But this, I mean, they set up where it's like Alexis is accusing Valak of killing her mentor. She casts a spell at him, at your character, and that spell like causes an explosion, and you both fall into this hole in the earth. And then that's the dungeon that you're trying to escape from.
Yeah. And
That was neat.
again, as you said, Tyler, this was hugely missed potential.
This could have been, if it had been done properly, I feel like it would have been like a Soul Blazer.
It suffered, unfortunately. I was interested in this game, and then unfortunately it suffers from a lot of technical issues that don't make
One style
fucking
choice in
sense.
particular.
And we can get into the good and bad after we cover some of the other topics, but this was an unfortunate one for me. I was expecting to potentially get a lot of good play out of this, and being into a new game that was like kind of the Zelda sort. It felt like Zelda, the dungeons were similar to that kind of style, and it was a good concept that I think just fell flat almost right away for me, and it was a shame because I liked what they started. They got me hooked, and then I was disappointed.
Because looking at the box art when you sent it, Dave, I was like, oh, maybe this will be like Super Valis 4 or whatever, like sort of an anime-inspired platformer.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I would have looked at that and been like, okay, yeah, not remotely.
I assumed it was an action RPG, which it kind of is. I mean,
sort of
it's
yeah.
kind of this hybrid between, like a dungeon crawler and an action RPG.
But if you were to compare your experience with this to a movie or a celebrity or a bit in a TV show like I did, how would you describe it?
Dave, I'm going to let you take that one, and then I'm
Okay.
going to copy your answer.
Okay.
Because I don't have one this week. I
Okay.
just could not. We have been out of the game for so long. I just could not get focused enough to come up with a good analogy here. So
Well, you had a job, not a job, had a job.
I did
all
have a lot
week,
going
so-
on anyway, but
true.
I'm gonna say whatever Dave says is my answer too, coincidentally.
Weird how that works out
I know,
sometimes.
it's crazy.
Yeah. I went with Chris Brown for two reasons.
Same.
Girl, same.
Same.
Reason number one, because he thinks the world revolves around him, which the game literally does revolve around your
That's
character
good.
Oh, we're
in
getting
this
there.
game.
We're getting there.
We're going to talk about that for probably 20 minutes.
Yes.
And then the second reason, because the opening cutscene of the game, he's fighting a woman.
I'm really glad I'm copying your answer because that is an excellent
Yeah,
answer.
it's perfect. It's perfect.
Tyler?
I picked the Cones of Dunshire from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
In that at the end, whenever he gets it actually published, the reviews are needlessly complicated. That's how I felt about this game. Like
Yeah.
it didn't need as much weird shit added onto it as it did.
Correct. also I put that too. It's so weird how
Yeah.
we're all just simpatico.
Nick Cage movie?
I don't have one of those either.
I chose one I haven't seen, but based on the description, it sounded like it might fit. A movie called Outcast, not with Andre 3000
Damn.
or Big Boy. It's him and Hayden Christensen.
So pretty close.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's actually a good movie. I think. If
I
it's the
mean,
one I'm thinking of.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really say, but I will report that Rotten Tomatoes it has a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't think it's the one I'm thinking of then.
So the reason I chose it is because they play Crusaders, and
it is not what I thought.
they are supposedly escorting like a fugitive prince and his sister. And really the reason I got there was because I was like, Google Nicolas Cage with sword. Enter. All right, sort through the results. And I was like, Crusades, that's like close to this.
I Googled too complicated Nick Cage movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
What'd you come
What'd
up
you
with?
get?
A movie I do actually like, and I think I've used it before, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Great movie.
Oh, yeah.
And that there is a lot of shit
There's a lot going on. And then at the end, they throw you for another.
Yep.
They just keep getting you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good one. I liked it. I like it.
All right, well, let's choke out 3 good things. 3 good things about Brandish. I also regularly made a quiz where I would state an action and you choose, in comparison to Brandon Eves, is that Brandon, Brandish, or Brandoff?
Brandoff. Let's do it. I love it. You can't just say, let's do this thing. I mean, we got to do this.
The best. This is such a good idea.
We all know him. We've all known him for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have a port sniffer on a work computer at an ISP. That's
Brandon? Being funny on the show, it's Brandish. Oh, when his ex-girlfriend called him out after the show, it's like, you weren't funny at all.
He is a lot funnier off mic. He really is. I love the guy, but it's when he's on the mic,
nervous.
I don't think his real personality
It's not
shows
his
through.
personality.
Yeah.
You gotta coax it out of him.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to that point, the show's over. Okay, so I put for my 3 good things. I mentioned a couple of these. I think the story opening sequence was cool. I
I
got
agree.
me
I loved it.
interested. I was ready
I
to
think
go.
the art's really good in that, in the
Yeah.
cutscene, and
Yeah.
I even think the sound's kind of limited, but I mean,
It's a little repetitive, but what there is okay.
yeah.
I think I didn't play this for very long,
Yeah.
but from what I understand, if you can play it, there's a lot to it. I think there's a lot of story, a lot of depth, a lot of things to do in this game, which I think under the right circumstances would be an excellent time killer for, a 13-year-old over the summer with no job and no school. Maybe
A desert island game.
But again, we've got technical limitations that would, I think, hamper
Oh, yeah.
the enjoyment
Yeah.
of this game for longer than a few minutes. Honestly.
Life is too short to make this work.
Yes, it is. And then again, I mentioned, I thought the graphics in the game were good. I thought the color palette was nice. The sprites were cool. Everything looked like it should.
It looks like a perfectly playable game.
It's a
Presentation's very good.
very well presented game. Dave,
I like the game. I liked it. I don't think it's a great game, but I liked it. I have a hard time typically getting into first person dungeon crawlers. I thought this kind of did a nice job of blending JRPG with a dungeon crawler. It's got its problems for sure. So that's a long way of saying my list is a little bit longer. I like the lore going into it, which I know that we talked about. I think it's really nice that you don't have to draw a map. That's one thing that usually turns me off from a dungeon crawler is sometimes it's fun to draw a map on like graph paper, have that next to you. Sometimes
30
that's,
years ago.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's really fun. And I did a stream once where I, did that live while I played it, and that was fun. But I mean, there are a lot of times where it's like, I don't want to do that. I would like to have a map in the game.
And you can when you hit start, it brings up the map.
Yeah.
You have it
But going
laid out
back
in
and
front of you.
forth, I wish it were just a mini map in the corner.
I agree. A mini map would be great. It's hard for me to dock points from that just because, I mean, there weren't like a lot of games that had mini maps then. I mean,
That's true.
I can't remember what game it was we talked about where there was a mini map and it was like, holy shit, there's a mini map in this.
yeah,
was it Vortex maybe?
It may have been.
There,
Yeah, it
there was one kind of recently where it's like, wow, this game wasn't great, but it had a mini map.
Yeah, it was Vortex. It was.
But I agree. I mean, a mini map would be nice. But I mean, they're Metroid games where you got to pause. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, and those are well crafted games. Something that I like that I feel like isn't popular, but I appreciate it is there's weapon durability in the game.
I don't mind that.
No,
I don't
that's
mind that.
That's
Yeah, I know
that's
for-
like a tough sell for a
Yeah.
lot of people.
It's
Like
a-
I mean,
yeah.
Breath of the Wild. I mean, people were like, "Fucking weapon durability, what the fuck?" And it's like,
You get used to it, but at first, the weapon durability thing in Breath of the Wild pissed me off.
because your weapons destroy. I mean, they get
Yeah,
destroyed so
it's
fast,
so
and it's-
fast.
Yeah, and I think it's also because it's Link, and it's like Link have a fucking stick. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
It's like he's got to have a sword. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
You get used to it, but it is a good thing if you're into the kind of thing where managing your resources is a fun thing for you.
Right.
Then by God, leave it in.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
And this game does have that in spades because I mean everything is a limited resource.
Armor,
It's
And as long as you have
weapons,
plenty of variety and how the weapons function and
Yeah.
operate, then a weapon durability system I'm good with.
yeah.
Well, and that also to me sort of when there's weapon durability involved, I feel like it sort of incentivizes you to try other weapons.
right.
Like maybe because it's the only thing available or
Right,
whatever,
sure.
but you might find something that was a pleasant surprise as opposed to I like this sword, I'm good with it, I'm not going to change.
Man, I'm real surprised because, like, I mean, I hear people griping about weapon durability a lot.
Like I
So
don't
it's-
like it in Fire Emblem. I think
Oh,
Fire Emblem
yeah.
it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But like you give me a weapon durability where it's like I have a slow moving hammer that functions one way and does bludgeoning damage against certain kind of enemies.
Sure.
I have another
like
weapon.
a rock paper scissors kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then give it weapon durability.
Sure.
Totally fine. Make it fun. Make it mix me up. Make it manage it.
Yeah.
Save this for these enemies.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But if that's their only weapon and I'm buying the same thing all over again,
Sure.
like Fire Emblem,
Yeah.
or like you have the rare weapon and you only have 50 strikes with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck that. It
Right.
sucks in Fire Emblem.
Well,
And-
and then if there's not, like for example, in Breath of the Wild, there's plenty of weapons.
Sure.
You might burn through a good one, but you're gonna have something soon.
Right.
Taking it off of an enemy or whatever. As long as there's an abundance of new weapons to pick up and use, even if it's a 2-hit rusty sword that you found on the ground just to get you out of a jam, that's fine too. But yeah, like the stuff like Tyler was saying, where
I'm just gonna have to be buying something again, or I do a ton of shit to get something awesome, and I can only use it like a few times. And
Sure.
there's no way to repair it, or
Right.
get it back, and that's it. Like okay,
and
fuck
see,
that.
they
Yeah.
touch on that again. I go back to Breath of the Wild, and mostly I'm kind of talking about it a little because the new one's coming out in May,
Right.
But they cover that with the Master Sword,
Right.
in Breath of the Wild, where it doesn't ever get destroyed. You just have to give it time to charge up.
Right.
So I like that as well, where you've got a nice, rare but powerful weapon that you can use, but it doesn't necessarily go away. You just can't use it constantly.
Yeah.
It charges itself back up and gets better. Those kinds of things are all arguments for me in favor of it. And especially if you like resource management, then that's the kind of thing that's absolutely a refreshing thing to see.
Yeah.
So
to talk about like the weapon variability, I didn't play enough of this game to play with a lot of the different weapons, but like from the ones that I saw, because I was poor. I couldn't afford the weapons that I saw in the shop. But I mean, from what I saw in the shop, I assume they all kind of function the same way. So I don't think this game really had that. But what I like about playing a dungeon crawler or a game where this to me felt like a survival game. It's like a survival horror, but without the horror.
Right.
And it's it's resource management, which is something that I don't really like to do in tabletop games with pen and paper, because it's a pain in the ass to it takes a lot of bookkeeping, takes a lot of time, and making sure that it's right takes a lot of time too. But I like it in computer games because that's what a computer does.
It just tells you what's left.
Right.
You don't have to erase this, write this, add that, subtract that. Yeah.
So I like that, and that's one of the things that I was drawn to the complexities in this game, where I can totally see that if you're not into that, then it would be an immediate turnoff. And I also thought this goes in hand in hand with the computer, the processor keeps track of all things. There are skill ups in this game, and I love games. I love RPGs where it's not just you're leveling up, but there are different things to level up, where it's your attack power has increased.
It had a mild UO flavor to it.
Yeah, because it's you've used the sword a lot, so your armed attack has gone up.
You get hit with magic,
neat.
your magic resistance.
Yeah. I love that kind of stuff, and I think in this context, when you what you said, Tyler, it does have that UO flavor, because it's UO also had weapon durability, where it's everything in that game and in this game is a resource, and it's you can spend those resources. You can spend because you have a sword where it's and what's really neat is they tell you there's no guesswork. It's this sword's got this icon of a sword has a 20 in the corner. That means you can hit something. You can hit 20 things, and every time you hit, that number decreases. Which is also, that's an interesting decision for good or bad. Personally, I would have liked it to be a little more complex, where it's you have a skill that allows you to tell how many strikes you have left in that weapon. I would have liked for it to have gone a step or two more complex.
Right.
But I also think that for the most part, it's not perfect. This is controls aside. This is controlling your character. We're gonna
that's the biggest.
I just want to segment that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that right now. But
take out the Will Ferrell episodes of The Office. On the side.
Right,
exactly.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But outside of that, I felt like they did a really good job with the UI, because everything felt like. It's one of those where it's once you understood how to navigate the UI, it was real. It was smooth. It was a vortex. It was one of those where it's it's fucking complex to figure out, but once it's figured out, it's okay, I can navigate this way. With one exception, and that being the managing your inventory. I was constantly throwing stuff away.
Yeah.
Because it's I could never remember, okay, what button throws away and what button equips, and I'd always mess.
Give us a little icon, give us a little XYAB next to things to tell us what to do.
Yes.
It doesn't take that many sprites or pixels to do that.
Absolutely.
That, especially for a game like that.
Yeah.
If you've got so many things that you can do, give the user a prompt.
Yeah.
And that's more prevalent these days.
Sure.
But I wish games like that back then had a little bit more. I want them to design a game assuming that we don't have the instruction manual. You know what I mean?
I do. In this game, definitely isn't one of those, because the instruction manual for this game is huge.
I watched a long play, and all the comments were "Kid, this is not the instruction manual."
Yeah. I mean, the instruction manual, it's I think it's 40 some odd pages.
I downloaded the PDF.
It's a big boy. And I read it, and I think if I hadn't read it, navigating those menus and stuff, it would have been a nightmare to figure out how to interact and all that.
I thought the combat was interesting because it had a mild turn-based element to it.
The manual is 25 pages long.
My bad. I thought it was longer than that.
Actually, hang on. The manual is, 45 pages long. The PDF of the manual.
Oh, it's in like
It has 2 pages
view.
per
Yeah.
page on the bar on the side.
Yeah.
But it's
a long
45 pages, not including the covers.
the beautiful cover.
Beautiful cover.
Yeah, Tyler, you're right. It's not turn based, but it almost is. It's kind of got this this rogue feel to it, where it's like you move, they move, you move, they move, but if you don't move fast enough, they just go ahead and move.
Yeah, you have your take your turn, take it, my turn.
Right. Yeah. And I could see that. That didn't bother me. I could see that being a turnoff for people who may be like really wanting an action RPG experience.
it's certainly
because
not.
it really isn't. Like, I
It
mean,
looks like it would be.
it does look like
But
it would
it's
be. It
not.
looks like it would play like Beyond Oasis or like The Legend of Zelda. Like that's how it looks like it should play. And
That's
it
what I thought
definitely-
we were going to get.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't. I could see there being, some disappointed people if they picked it up.
I'm one of
expecting
them.
that.
Me being one of them.
Yeah, totally.
But I could even roll with it not being like that. I could have handled it if, and we'll look over at the pull the pin out of that one big thing.
Yeah,
Being just the control in the way you had to, you don't turn, everything rotates around you,
Right.
which is
I
to me it was just like,
watched.
Oh my
I
God.
watched
yeah.
the SNES
It's a
drunk.
weird decision.
I watched the SNES drunk for
Yeah.
this game, and I watched it after I tried to play it the first time. I was so relieved to find out that his reaction to what was happening was exactly the same as mine. When you first start the game, if you press left, it looks like you're flipping pages. It's like it's jumping you.
Yeah, it doesn't rotate.
Because
it's not like an animation. It's just like a.
you're seeing, and of course the dungeon is rotating around you, and so when you turn, it turns
one
the
frame.
room in one frame.
one frame. It's like,
and
pop.
it looks because of the shift in perspective, it looks like a completely different room.
It does.
And I thought, well, God, is it jumping to another side? How? Because you could move forward and backward
Yeah, it's like it feels like you're teleporting
all day long. Yeah, but it felt like I was being teleported. And finally, I just finally figured out what was happening. I was like, oh no, the room is rotating around
well,
me.
if I just want to go to the side, okay, if I'm going up and, okay, if I want to if I want to go around the corner, I have to approach the corner, turn.
I went too far to the left. I got to turn it back.
Yeah.
Walk backwards a little, then turn it again. And there is an option. You can turn on the option to to either rotate or I can't remember what the other one was called, but basically it allows you to strafe
Right.
left and right. So you're always facing forward. But in this mode, now you go left and right, but you can't.
You still can't tell where anything
you
is.
can't
And it's-
grab anything to your left or right.
Or fight anything.
Or fight
to your right,
anything
because you
because
have
you're
to be facing it. I have this mechanic is awful.
It was the
It's
literal.
if not for this,
It
if
would
not
have
for
been
this one
fine.
thing,
Yes, this game
Yeah.
would have been just fine.
Yep.
But the logic
It's
behind
awful.
making it how you control your character, which is the literal most important part
Sure.
of a game like this.
Sure.
I
Of
would have
any
liked
game.
it. I can dig a slow moving battle of attrition sort of thing.
Yeah.
That this game would have been without it.
Yeah.
I can be on board with that.
Sure.
Instead of the action RPG.
Yeah,
All they had to do
But
was
it's just-
make it
yeah.
to
Yeah.
where you move
I get
around
it.
like Zelda, like in Zelda.
I get it. I have two things. I agree that this is the mechanic that is, it's the worst, and I can see it as totally being a deal breaker. Absolutely, not really trying to argue that.
No.
But I do have 2 points that I do think it works. I think it works for one thing, there are things where you couldn't see some switches. You wouldn't be able to see some treasure chests if it didn't rotate. Like if it were like Zelda, where the camera just, it stays in position, you wouldn't be able to see, like, for instance, switches on southern walls.
Right.
Yep.
So now you're like in Zelda, where it's like, oh, well, all the switches are going to be on northern walls, and it's like, that's fine. That's not like a jab at Zelda or anything, but that was clearly, they wanted to do it. They wanted to make like a dungeon crawler, and
it is neat to have like hidden elements that you have to seek out, but
Right,
I
sure.
don't think the implementation
No, I agree.
was
The implementation,
wise.
I agree. I think the implementation is horrible.
because that's what
It's not good.
I did that for 5 minutes and turned this game off.
Sure.
I could not play it. I couldn't. It would have been, it's either make it a top down so I can move around, or make it first person, but don't try to do them together.
I get it,
It's unique.
but in a bad way.
I've never seen anything like it.
No.
But not in a good way. You're right.
The other thing,
What
my
was the other
second
thing?
thing
Yeah.
is
It's unique, but so is Yoko Ono.
I got used to it. It took a little time, but I got used to it.
Okay.
And then once I got used to it, it was like it really became like a second nature thing. It really did.
I could see it's like if somebody really took the time and got used to it.
It would seem, I could see that too.
but it's like
But it's whether or not you want to have put in the energy to get used to it.
absolutely. And I saw some things in it that I thought I saw some potential in it. And I think that's because I stuck with it and got used to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's
I got lost so easily,
Really?
easily dealing with it. I ended up in the set like, all right, if I go this way, all right, this switch, open up some door. Okay, step over here, rotate. Was it this one? Okay, no. Okay, so I need to rotate 3 more times to go back to this corner and see if this. And then I ended up back where I was after like 30 minutes. I'm back in the first room.
I think what they needed to do was decide whether or not they want to show you what's in the next room or not. Because sometimes what would happen is if you trip a switch to open a door, the wall next to you, you'd be able to now see what's in the next room because the door's open.
Right.
But it was really easy to accidentally walk back over that switch and shut the door again.
Yeah. You're supposed to jump.
And you got to jump, which was a weird.
It's weird. The
mechanic.
jumping's a weird mechanic.
Because you can only jump forward, so therefore you have to rotate the room around you,
Yep.
so you're facing the way that you want to jump.
Yep.
And
It's
just clunky as fuck.
It's clunky. It is.
If the Resident Evil tank controls were applied to a room. So
Yeah, and it's also tough because it's like, I think, what year did Diablo come out? Like 96. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and that's like, that's a different kind of game for sure. It doesn't have like a lot of the like, it's a dungeon crawler, but in like it's a combat heavy kind of thing. This can be or can't be. I mean, but yeah, that mechanic, the dungeon rotation, it's the worst. I can absolutely see why. Like it is. This game is immediately jarring.
It is.
It's
so
immediately jarring. It's
confusing
immediately like, what
and
the
jarring.
fuck is happening?
do I need to bamboozle
Instant-
this and turn my controller through? What am I?
Oh,
God.
That is
Better or worse than bamboozle?
That is an excellent.
In my opinion, it's way better than
better
Bamboozle.
than
Bamboozle. Excellent comparison there, because that is just not something that should happen. You shouldn't turn on the game and be like, "How do I move?"
Yeah,
But
no, it's that's exactly what happens.
It is. It's just instant.
I mean, it's
And
exactly what
I'm
happens.
proud of myself for but one thing, and that's figuring out what the fuck was happening on my own.
Yeah.
Without having to do a Google search as to what the fuck is going on in Brandish. Now I got it, but I was
went in
like,
prepared.
Oh no.
I watched
can't.
videos and read the instruction manual before I played. I think that makes
Gotcha.
a big difference. I mean, that's usually
It
how
does.
I approach the games, and I find, and the reason I started doing that is because I find that I have more of a positive experience when I do it.
I realize that, and I should probably do it, but I like
that's
to.
okay.
I like to just jump.
Yeah,
in
no,
and see what the fuck my initial like. Is this something that you can just jump in and play?
I think it's great because it's different perspectives.
Right.
I mean, like, my perspective is typically one where it's, I go in kind of expecting what's going on. But there are people who play games like that. And then there are people who play games like that just jump into it.
Right.
So I think it's great. I think it gives some nice perspective.
I get in and do my thing, and then I go and ask, why couldn't I do this?
Right.
Or how do I do that? But I do like to get that perspective of saying, if I just found this game on the street and plugged it in, could I understand?
Yeah.
And the ones that I can, those are big brownie points for me.
Yeah,
that's a
for
big
sure.
deal to me because now I can say, yeah, this was easy enough for me knowing fuck all about it to just sit down and play and get a little enjoyment out of.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's it. I mean, really, I personally don't have anything more to say about it.
When I watched along, because after I played it, I put like 30 minutes, and once I kept getting lost, I was like, all right, I'm good. And I watched it on a long play. There was so much grinding. I mean, there were a huge chunk where the player would grind forever to do shit.
Like
and
what? Like to get like a skill
magic
up?
resistance,
I
a skill
see.
up.
That's a bummer. I didn't realize that you needed to do that.
A long time.
Yeah.
Like to find the certain enemies that were just perfect for it and spend. And I don't know how they got so many health refills, but
there were some springs, I know. I don't know if maybe they had a spring where they were working.
Absolutely. It looked super monotonous, but in a way that like I could do that.
Yeah.
That part I could do.
Yeah.
I wish this game were a little different. Like I could have enjoyed having to find that right mage and taking a bunch of damage, running back behind, healing, coming back out to increase your magic resistance over time.
There is some fun in that.
It felt that was some of the UO-ish stuff.
Yeah.
That I felt, but going through, it's just like I couldn't have played it. I just wish it was different. But the long play was entertaining. I just had to. There were several chunks I had to like. For 30 minutes, this dude is like grinding. And it's like a 4-hour long play to finish it.
That's not too bad. I mean, I didn't finish it, but I mean, it's a pretty big. It's a pretty big game.
Sized game from what I could tell.
This is one that's just. I think this is an incredibly difficult sell in the modern day.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, like I think Ian, you said earlier, like when you're 13 years old, don't have a job, and it's like. That's when it's like that's ideal. And like,
when
like
this
1990,
game came out.
And
yeah. I'm showing this to Kenna for being like,
no, God,
what?
No, no,
Daddy, what black magic is this?
No, definitely when it came out.
No.
Definitely when the SNES was in its prime.
But maybe the remake, because the remake's 3D. It's
maybe they fixed that. Maybe the dungeon's not rotating around you. I don't know.
I wish I could have. I wasn't able to play it, but I wish I could have. I want to check it out because now it's kind of like I liked it enough where it's like I might play that version instead.
It makes me wonder if they decided, okay, yeah, we fucked up. This was a broken element, or if they stick to their guns and be like, this is our way for this game. Does that element set it apart in a positive way from other games like it? No, it's a bad thing.
There's a sequel. I don't.
Yeah.
I for the Super Famicom. I didn't watch any
It has an even
gameplay.
sexier box art.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't.
There's thighs in this.
Oh,
one.
nice. I like thighs.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Brandished.
But I don't know if they kept that I don't know if they changed that mechanic or not. That revolving mechanic.
I guess it's just a matter of you gotta want it.
I guess so.
I guess I don't know.
A bad thing I thought is that I thought it was weird that monsters don't have any loot. Like you only get money from treasure chests, and there are a lot of treasure chests.
There's a lot, but it is kind of a staple, right?
Yeah, it's kind of
And
weird.
if you don't know, you'll open the same one a whole bunch. Like
you gotta keep the lid open.
Yeah.
Because like if you hit it twice, you close it back.
Closes it. Okay.
Yeah.
I kept doing that, and I was like, "Oh, is this
This chest is empty.
What am I?"
Yeah.
This chest is empty. You can't open that.
And I thought it was neat because it's like you can examine things. Like,
Yeah,
you can
that was
switch, you can toggle between a magnifying glass or a hand, whether you want to look at something
It
or
took
interact
me
with it.
a minute to figure out, like, when I would see an obvious plaque on the wall,
Right,
I
how you
couldn't
read
touch
it.
it. I was like, how do I touch it? How do I do something with this? And then I realized you switch to the magnifying glass, then do your action, and it shows you the plaque. So that was neat that you could that was built in.
It's a nice solution
Yeah.
for it being on a console, and like not having a mouse. And I mean,
Again, let's just make an action button.
sure.
If you're standing in front of plaque, action reads plaque. It's
That's where it reeks of PC. Yeah.
yeah, it really does.
So I'm watching a couple seconds from Brandish 2. They kept that mechanic. It looks like it was built in the same engine.
Oh my goodness!
However, one improvement is they have a mini map.
All right.
All right.
They have a mini map,
All right.
and it looks like for better or worse, they also have your inventory open the whole time.
Oh, that's good.
So-
I like that.
I mean, it takes up a lot of
Takes
real
up some
estate,
space on
but
the
I mean,
screen, but just to have that handy, because it does take you out to have to hit select, thump over to the thing you need.
Well, so that's why I'm
select
going
it.
to draw the parallel to Resident Evil again, where break the action to turn it on, take an herb, as opposed to Dead Space, to where you have your health on the back and your ammo you can see listed on your gun, so you're never outside the action.
right? Yeah, sure.
But to be fair, Breath of the Wild does that. You have to get to anything in Breath of the Wild. You've got to stop what you're doing, go into your inventory, select this
Yeah.
weapon. I mean, there's some shortcuts built in, but it's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Especially like the cooking mechanic where you
Yeah,
gotta select all the
man.
ingredients and put it in the thing, and then you fuck up and put in the wrong one.
It takes a long time to do.
It
and-
does break
Yeah.
it breaks the flow.
And I mean, in a game like this, and like Brandish, I don't really mind that it gets broken. I can see benefits to being able to see everything at once. I mean, that's nice, but obviously that's better, but it doesn't bother me to pause like it does and I love Mega
Is it
Man
pausing,
games, but like,
or do you
that's
get
like
fucking-
crazy breaking the action where it's like,
Yeah.
all right, this is a fast paced game and it's challenging and it's like, all right, I need to switch weapons. Pause. Like
Which
the
one
screen-
is it again?
Right,
L,
yeah.
M, R? Or...
And then you get back out of the screen. It's like, now what the fuck's going on?
You're right.
Oh, that's the wrong weapon. Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least X, you can L and R cycle through them a little bit better.
Hey, man, that's huge. That's huge.
Well, buy, rent, or birthday.
Rent.
It's a buy. It's a buy for me. And back in the day, I would have loved to have owned this game back in the day. I would have preferred to have played it on a PC. But yeah, this would have been a buy for
Are
me.
you gonna buy it for your collection?
We'll get to that.
I bet. I'm going to bet this is expensive as shit.
We'll get to that. I'd love to have it in my collection. I'll say that.
Okay. Sorry, I brought it up too soon.
No, it's all good.
It's been a while.
No, it's all good.
I'll say rental, but if I'd gotten this for my birthday back in the day and I had to play it, I probably would have gotten used to it and been okay with it. But yeah, I'm gonna lean more toward rental. Top, bottom, middle ranking. Where do you place this in the SNES list?
I initially wanted to put this at the bottom,
Yeah.
but I'm putting it back in the gray middle because of its potential and
Okay.
because I like the concept of the game. I
Yeah.
like the fact that it's got a familiar dungeon crawly feel to it, and they did a lot of work establishing the lore
Yeah,
and the
it's not
box art is
glitchy,
nice
buggy,
and- no,
impossibly
yeah.
difficult, or any bullshit going on with it.
Like you said, Dave, you can get used to the interface if you play it enough. So I don't believe it belongs in the bottom, but I don't believe it necessarily belongs in the top either. So
Yeah.
it's going to have to swim around in the gray matter of the middle. I don't know like where in the middle.
Sure.
Just sort
Somewhere
of
in there.
Just somewhere in there. It's worthy of not being declassified or classified rather as a bottom tier game.
It's definitely, for me, it's definitely not a bottom tier game. It's in the middle for me. Because this is a hard one to recommend because like you gotta like certain things and you gotta be like willing to like overlook a really weird mechanic.
Right,
Like
yeah.
I mean, you like this is one of those games where I feel like you kind of have to want to like
You
it.
got to commit.
You kinda have
It's
to-
like watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. You really just got to. If you could just push through those first
Yeah.
3 seasons, the rest is awesome. But a lot of people are just not willing to do those first 3 seasons.
I mean, look,
right?
yeah, totally. I get that.
Yeah.
100%. So I don't think it's a top tier game. I don't think this is like a must play or anything, but I will say this. Out of all the dungeon crawlers that we've played on the Super Nintendo, this is my favorite so far.
Okay.
And
Because the others are so impossibly hard. Like,
they're so hard and it's like they're so hard. They're hard and they're also like
unforgiving. They're slow. Yeah.
they're unforgiving. The combat is like not as fun. Like I like this rogue style combat versus
Eye of the Beholder.
yeah, and I mean, and those are games that it's those like Eye of the Beholder and stuff like that. It's tough for me to play and not think, fuck, I want to be playing this on a computer. This is one of these games where it's like it feels like it's fine on a console, and maybe it's because of that top-down view that my brain's like, it's cool.
Right,
This is a console game, even though it wasn't originally. So yeah, long way of saying in the middle for me. Tyler?
The upper bottom, somewhere like the bottom 250.
Yeah.
So yeah, somewhere like the high 500s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. So I guess cost.
How much do you think this game is? If you were to buy Brandish loose, on average, how much do you think you'd pay for it?
Well, I've never heard of it, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say probably let's go $75.
$75 from Ian. What do you think, Tyler?
90.
$90. Actual retail value of Brandish for the Super Nintendo, loose on average, according to pricecharting.com at the time of this recording, is $73.
Ooh, I got it right there.
And that is,
Showcase Showdown.
yeah,
Won both showcases.
that's tough for me because it's like,
That is a lot.
I liked this, but I also have it on a flash cart.
Right. I can play it anytime.
And it's $73. I don't know if I $73 liked it.
that is a high.
I $20 liked it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
if I could get on eBay for $20 right now, sure, okay, but not. I don't $73 like it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see what Flopsy has to say about it.
What do you guys? How do you think Flopsy rated it?
I will say that Flopsy gave it 3.5 stars, and that it is uncommon.
See, I think Flopsy always airs high.
Yeah,
So 3 stars. I'm gonna call it very uncommon.
I'll go with 3 stars. Shoot, maybe very uncommon. I might be with you, Tyler. I'm trying to think of that price. Yeah, I'll go. Fuck it. I'll go 3 uncommon. All right. Flopsy, according to Flopsy, aka the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike and Mysterious Benefactor.
Shadowy.
Shadowy Benefactor, thank you. From a shadowy planet. Brandish, they gave Brandish 3 stars.
Nice.
And availability is uncommon.
So I had the availability.
Split the difference.
You guys had the stars.
It's got a battery save. We didn't mention that.
Oh,
that's
no,
okay.
no
That's fair,
passwords. It has 2 save slots. So
And it, yeah, okay.
That's nice.
That
You're
is
right.
good. That is a good thing.
reflections. This game seems perplexing the first time you press left or right. Yep.
Yes, it does.
That's everybody's, I think, initial thought, because that's the first button I pressed. Even expecting it,
right.
Even expecting it when I pressed it, it was like, fuck, God. Jesus Christ,
It's
man.
like Descent.
And
I can't play this.
It's wild, and it's like I don't know what's better, because like if it mode 7 rotated
I would hate it. I would hate it.
takes too long.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know what I mean?
You need Meat Boy style, like
Like
fucking
snap,
get at
snap,
it.
which
Yep.
is what it is, but it's like every time
But it's just
like,
weird.
ugh. Yeah. There's weird inertia to it.
Do you guys have any achievements?
I have one.
All right.
My first achievement and only achievement this week is you spin me right round,
nice.
baby, right round, like a dungeon baby, right round, round, round. And that is figure out that the dungeon is rotating around you without having to look it up.
Nice. I have one, and that is, oh, gross. Did you see that guy's balls? Yeah, they were weird looking. In order to unlock, oh, gross. Did you see that guy's balls? Yeah, they were weird looking. You fall down a pit while you have steel balls equipped.
Nice.
Because you can buy steel balls or find them in treasure chests, and there are pits in the game where you can detect them by dropping a steel ball in front of you. I thought this was neat.
That is cool.
And if there is a pit in front of you, you lose a ball, and you're shown where the pit is. And there so many times I fell down a fucking pit while I had balls equipped, and it's like, God damn it! If I would have just fucking, all right, okay, whatever. So, Tyler, do you have any?
I had two.
Nice.
My first one is GM Witch Hunter.
Nice.
And you get that by maxing out your magic resistance.
Okay.
Which is what I tried to do in UO and failed miserably.
Magic resistance
That's
is
a
really
tough
hard.
Yep.
skill.
Uh-huh.
That's a painfully
It
tough
is.
skill to master because
You gotta have a friend in a boat.
You're going to die. If you don't have a friend in a boat, you're going to die.
Uh-huh.
Why boat?
Because you can move tiles.
Yeah.
So, like, UO used to know when you were grinding something and you had to move
Yeah.
to a different area so the server would know that you're in a different area. So you would set up a macro to stop, grind, heal, move boat to a different area that was like certain distance away, repeat.
Each tile had a certain number of points that you could extract from it.
Gotcha.
And we
that
figured
explains
out-
why I never did anything, because Wes and I would just do it in front of our keep.
Nah, you had to move.
And like after like 2 points, I had to get anything.
That's how we would GM mining, is like the resources would respawn after a set period of time that we knew about. So we were able to move a boat down the side of a cliff and have it go all the way down the side of this cliff to a certain point and then stop and then go back up and mine. And so, we're making these giant stacks of ore that weigh millions and millions of tons.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, it just goes on the boat.
Yeah, you
get to keep your ore.
Get to keep your ore, and you spend 3 days smelting it all. But the skill was location based, so you couldn't just stand in one place and fucking grind healing and just GM healing by not moving. It required you to move.
But I think I GM cooking like that though. But I guess you had to be at a place. To
Well,
do that.
I think
So it's
cooking,
some
some
skills-
skills, they know that you're not going to be moving around
Right.
while you're cooking,
And the tiles
or
are-
blacksmithing.
yeah.
And they'd regenerate. I mean, it's not like once you've sucked all the skill ups out of a tile, they never came back.
Yeah, it would come back
they
after a
regenerate
certain
too.
amount of time. So, like with GMing cooking, which I did several times, you would
The
get
only
to
skill
a
I ever
point where
GM'd.
you're not seeing skill. So you know to stop for
Right.
a while and maybe go to a different place to practice cooking, like in town or something, or just stop until a certain amount of time has passed, and then you'd start, and it would start ticking up again.
Cooking was also one of those where it was like, I think because it was ingredient based, the skill ups would come really fast. So cooking was like one of those where it's like, I mean, I GM cooking overnight.
Oh, it was easy
because because as long as you have all the ingredients,
and all you needed
you
was
just set
raw.
it up,
All
and
you
it's like,
needed was a
you got
fucking shit ton.
you got
of
5,000
fish
raw
steaks.
fish. You'll be a GM
Yeah.
by tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So Yeah, but some of the other skills where it's like
blacksmithing was a tough one to GM, but it was not location based. It's resource based as well.
right.
But you could easily burn resources.
God, I love that game.
I do too. God damn it.
God, I love that game.
Sitting here thinking about how many hours I've burned off.
Damn it,
in
I love that game.
And how glad I am that I did it, and how I wish I could still get into it today, but I know better. I just fucking know better.
I'm not gonna say anything.
My other achievement is Magillionaire. And you get that by buying all the spells.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You gotta be a Magillionaire.
Yeah, you do have to be like a bajillionaire. I remember going to the first shop and be like, "Oh, a magic shop. I wonder what I can buy with my 1,000 gold." Oh, fucking nothing.
Shit.
Well, what's the cheapest one? 40,000? Okay, I guess.
I guess I'll have to remember how to come back
Yeah,
here.
I guess I'm not a fucking magician then. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard, sums up how you feel about it. What kind of beard would you give it?
The Guinness Book of World Records record for the longest beard chain. So it's just a bunch of beards that dudes tied together, like 200 of them, for the longest beard chain. So it's just a lot of work for little pay.
Is that a real record?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, sums up how you feel about it. What kind of glasses would you give it?
A pair of octafocals.
What are those?
I don't know. It sounds like it'd be too many
Like
focals.
bifocals, but
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
You've got to look through this thin strip on your glasses to see this distance.
That's all I got there.
All right. You guys want to see what we're going to play next?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Oh, so much dust on
So
this.
much on this batter up peripheral. All right. Plug that in. Turn
Should have
around.
been my character's soul weapon. Batter up peripheral.
Yeah. I'm going to plug it in, do Wild and Crazy Kid style. Love the prayer. We all love to say. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
589.
Brandish.
It's not Brandish.
W's.
It's the S's.
S's.
Can you guess what word it starts with?
Super.
Yeah.
New one.
It is a new one.
All right.
It's
Super.
a sport, isn't it?
It's a sport. How'd you know?
Super Baseball 9000.
No, it's Super Play Action Football. Super Play Action Football.
Okay.
Good news, boys. Don't have to spend much time playing the next game. Football games are one of those games where it's like, all right, I played 10
You
minutes.
get it or you don't.
I got it. I played one game. Full. Got it.
It's football.
Are there many other Super Play Action games?
No. We could talk about Play Action Football for the NES if we wanted to, but
All right. Sounds
good.
good. Well, it sounds.
I think Super Play Action Football, I'm not sure if it was a launch title, but I know it's on, I think it's one of the games that like on the back of the Super Nintendo where it's like, look at the
I know exactly
games.
what you're
I
talking
think
about.
it's one of
Okay.
I think it's one of those.
Good. A 91 football
yeah, I
game.
think it's a really
Oh,
early
man.
football game. I
Oh, wonderful.
That may not be terrible.
might not be terrible.
I don't mind a decent little football game.
I don't
We'll see.
either.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, end to end, right?
Right.
I like that one
That
because
came out
Henry
well.
liked it.
All right. You ready to head on out of Community Corner?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that. We'll take a little break and we'll be right back with the good old community corner.
Second team All-American. Harvard trip.
Is that right?
Gross. Did you see that guy's balls?
Yeah, they were weird looking.
All right. Let's get down to Community Corner.
need to get someone to write us a community corner song.
Oh, it has Steve
right,
Martin.
Dalton.
Steve Martin,
Steve
banjo.
There you
Yeah.
go. I guess I'll peel open this ancient letter first. No telling how long this has been over there.
All right. Let's see what's in there.
Let's
So
see.
whoever wrote this, we're sorry it took us
I
so
think
long.
it's Taryn. I don't know for sure. Though.
Whatever you do, never mind. If I ever,
It is some art that says,
Oh, that's not old at all.
"Bring back the calls, please." All
love,
decorated up.
kisses and hugs.
That's very
Taryn.
very cute.
Well, that gets hung
Yep.
on the big board of.
We'll go right over
Stuff.
here. There's another page in here, but it is blank. So,
Is it?
yep.
That's weird.
I guess we gotta get fire to it and see if it's.
Is there? Yeah. Is there like? Yeah. Right. Is
What
it?
is the? Can I see the envelope?
Want to run some UV over that? Yeah. What's the postmark on that? That can't be that old.
January 24th, 2023. So it is from this year at
Okay.
least.
Yeah, this year.
Not long ago. We'll get there, Taryn. We'll get there
Eventually.
eventually.
Eventually. And then a package from Dane.
Yeah. Backlog Banisher Dane sent that package. There are perishables in it, but it
Yes,
was
there are.
received last month. This is the first opportunity that we've had to do a regular show and open it up.
Okay. This is the second one of these he sent in. He really wants us to eat these. So another of durian mochi.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I'm gonna be the first to say, like, I mean, I ain't gonna eat anything I
I'm
don't
not-
want to.
I will eat the durian mochi.
So I'm not saying I'm not going to eat that. I'm just saying I'm not going to eat anything I don't want to. I'm past that.
Yeah.
I'm past that in,
You don't wanna eat a bunch
in
of expired
Tadpog
food.
life. Yeah. I remember one time, probably like 9 years ago, I was like, we're like, the kids will eat anything. I'm not anymore.
Right.
Because I've reached a point in podcasting where it's like, I don't know, man. I don't think.
It's my fucking show. I'm not
Yeah.
going to eat it. I started that
And
way.
my money, I want it now.
This is quite the package. Holy shit.
It was heavy. I think the shipping on that bad boy is like $14.
So here's two things of striking popping candy, melon flavor.
Ooh, I do
Oh,
want to
all
try
right.
that.
Pass that over.
It looks like it's in like a red pepper flakes pouch that you get like
I
Papa
thought
John's or
I
something.
thought it was little hand wipes from a distance.
Yeah.
There are some beverages in here.
Okay.
So here is Ramune. Let's see, a premium carbonated soft drink, original flavor. And then a second one,
Made with real sugar.
which is carbonated soft drink. These are it is a Asian themed box. Let's see, orange flavored soft drink.
Okay.
See a certain brand. Let's see.
Those are Lay's.
Lay's, and I'm not sure where it's from. I don't immediately recognize the language on it, so I do not know what flavor these are.
And I think most of the stuff is good because he was going to send a package, and then I think he ate all of it, and then made another package and sent it to us. So I mean, that's a good sign.
So this one has English on it. So this one is nori seaweed flavored Lay's. The other one I think is crab, maybe.
There is no English on this packaging.
Here is Choco Boy.
Choco boy.
Looks like little chocolate mushrooms.
All right.
Bunch more popping candy. So lychee,
Okay.
more lychee and melon flavored popping candy.
All right. I got the melon over here. What are these chippies?
Yeah.
Chippies.
This looks interesting. All right, bamboo charcoal peanuts.
Okay.
I'll try that.
This chip bag looks like it's been compromised.
Oh,
Doesn't have any air in it.
maybe it's
Vacuum sealed potato chips?
I mean, yeah, if there were a hole in the bag, it wouldn't feel like this, right?
I am down for Choco Boy. Cookie chocolates. They look like, the little mushroom shaped ones.
Yeah, these Lay's are Taiwanese.
Okay.
I'm gonna crack open. I'm gonna try this durian mochi. Let's do this.
I'll try the durian mochi too.
You wanna try it?
Yeah.
We have to take those out of here
Let me.
so they don't stink up the place. Bamboo charcoal peanut. That's weird. Also made in Taiwan.
It only smells a little bit up close. It's not gonna run us out. All right. Let's see. It's got its own little cupcake. If you want to pass that to Dave. Ian, sure you don't want this when you're out?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay.
I don't smell it at all. Probably all that COVID I got.
All right. Durian mochi.
I don't like it. It's not horrible, but the texture's good. I mean,
It's a little eggy.
yeah.
It's like, especially the aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's eggy.
I don't
like
love it.
No.
Not horrible. Don't love it.
Aftertaste is bad.
Aftertaste is bad. You want to try the bamboo charcoal peanut?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Here, I'll hand it to Ian to open because I'm holding the flashlight.
I need to put it. I'll get a lamp. We'll put the other lamp in here. We talked about that, whether or not we would need it.
What's the smell like?
They're individual packaging inside.
Oh, okay, cool.
The big
Oh,
package.
even better.
So,
Oh, they're like little airline peanuts.
yes. Peanuts?
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 Thank you. Man, the packaging is really nice.
It's elegant.
It looks
Very
real
nice.
fancy, right?
It's very elegant packaging.
It's all like black with gold foil.
What is the purpose of a charcoal covered peanut?
No idea. Bamboo. So I guess maybe it's charred. I have no idea. I don't even
It
know how to
smells
start to
great.
explain. Oh yeah, very peanutty.
That's very peanutty.
I love peanuts. These are great. I love these.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just a little added texture to a peanut.
Yeah, it doesn't taste. It tastes like a peanut.
Yeah. A little more sweetness maybe than an average peanut.
Yeah. I like the texture that it adds.
I do like the texture a lot.
because the texture is like almost like a. It doesn't taste like this at all, but the texture is like a Cocoa Puff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like cereal.
I will go call.
Cereal.
Okay.
Shit, this could be a fucking cereal.
It could. This would go
It
great
does
with
very
some
much
milk.
just like
yeah.
dry cereal. Yeah.
A glass of milk, not like pouring milk over
Right,
it,
right.
but
No.
I could chase this with
Yeah, yeah.
milk.
I could do that too.
Yeah. I'm going to eat the whole pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
They're good.
Girl, same. That was good. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Save those. Those will be good for later.
Do we have any like cups or anything
We
in
do.
here? We might be able to try some of these. Well, I'll have a little bit of this non-diet carbonated soft drink. Yeah, as a treat.
What's the flavor?
Pass those
Can you
down
tell?
there. Original and orange.
Original.
I think it's original just
I mean, we
sugar.
got to start with original, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, I'll hand it off to you. It looks like it had like odd opening instructions of like a hand like pressing down on the.
Child safety soda.
Ooh. This is Robitussin.
Let me get the paper off first. There's a little thing here to tear off. I have a knife.
He's got a knife.
Let's get that started. There we go. Paper has been peeled. Plastic thing has been removed.
Okay.
Okay.
I've never seen a bottle top like that before in my life.
It's like it's got a little plunger. And
Oh.
you push down. I'm not going to do this next to my computer.
Yeah, good
Tyler,
idea.
would you just, I think you just push down on the, like with your hand. Just go pop on the whole thing. Yeah, like that. Oh, now you've done it.
Well, if we don't want to,
So it wouldn't go in.
here, there's this one. If we want to use the plunger on that one, if we don't want to use, I mean, that one on the floor, that's for the mouse now. that's not for us anymore.
Remember when the,
That's for Stuart.
remember that episode of Tom and Jerry where he had a can of tuna, but couldn't get a can opener. He couldn't get the fucking thing open. That's how I feel right now.
We lost that one too. Well, we're fucked.
Actually, we just disinfected these floors on Saturday. We really did. We sprayed disinfectant down and mopped.
All right.
So,
well, if I come down with a bad case of
I don't see any active
mouse
flu,
mouse turds down there.
yeah, but paw and tail flu, and then
All right, let's try this one. Well, no, that doesn't.
the files are in the computer.
To open, pop out opener from cap, then push in marble. So the marble does go in.
Oh, I don't watch Marvel movies anymore.
But man, I could.
See, this one is smaller. Oh, I see.
Woo!
I see.
Dang, that was like champagne.
That was kind of cool.
You need a scimitar to open that.
I'm glad you didn't open it by your computer.
Yeah. Dribble, dribble.
My soda don't dribble.
It explodes surprisingly.
Man, I'm so glad to hear you make that reference.
Okay. Well, this orange is open, so we'll set that here.
Okay.
We're ready
That
for it.
does, I made the Robitussin joke. That orange does look like Dimetapp.
Very interesting.
It's very, very fizzy.
Well, it was sealed hard enough. It fucking better be.
Thank you.
Enough.
That's good. Thank you. It's colorless.
Odorless.
It smells good.
It is not odorless. It smells like candy. It smells
I bet it's like a cream soda kind of type of thing.
I could see that.
Oh, I love the fizz in that.
Man, that is carbonated.
The right amount of
It is
fucking
carbonated.
carbonation.
It's like this tastes like candy.
It does.
You know, it tastes like the candy necklace.
Oh, yeah.
Is what it reminds me of.
Oh boy, I could drink myself sick on that. That's really good.
That
I
is really
like
good.
it.
You want to have some nori seaweed chips?
I love the bottle.
Let's
the
do
little
it.
ball is like inside the bottle, just floating, just rolling around in there. That is so cool.
Is that to help it pour, or is that to help the
that's
carbonation?
just what was sealing the bottle. So
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna grab some of these nori seaweed chips.
I'm excited for these.
They smell good.
do you have the spray in here? The one you brought out for cleaning?
No.
Okay. That's gonna get sticky.
I'll get it.
Yeah,
I'll bring it back
we'll
up
get it cleaned up. No
Sticky icky. Put it in the air. Would you like any of these?
I'm okay on the chippies, but fuck it, I'll try one.
All right.
This is the
they smell good,
seaweed
don't
one?
they? Yeah, it's seaweed.
They do smell good. That's why
They,
I said
and
I'd
they
try
feel
one.
real crispy too.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll fuck with that.
Yeah, that's a nice chip.
Yeah. That is a good chip. You could really freak someone out and tell them that this is sour cream and onion, though, because it kind of looks like
Yeah,
that.
it does.
And then when they eat it, they definitely think you've poisoned them. It's a good package, Dane.
Very good. Except that durian.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't horrible. You know, that wasn't like
Y'all want
squid
some
with
of this
faces.
Orange soda.
Yeah. Kel does. You know they're making a good burger too now?
Who is?
Keenan and Kel.
Oh, they're making a good burger too.
Yep.
The ball keeps getting stuck there, so
Is that a sequel to Burger Time or?
I wish. Because I think it kind of ignited a little bit after they brought it back on SNL. And then now
gotta
they were on Jimmy
tap that
Fallon and
bottle on
announced it.
and now you can pour it. The ball keeps getting stuck.
Hate it when that happens. All right, I got some crab. What is this, crab?
Tap the
I
bottle.
think it is. I don't know.
That's what it smells like. I like crab okay. I don't know that I necessarily
I'm
want.
not a fan. I'm going to pass on the crab
know
chips.
that I want to grab a handful of those. I'll just try one. Wow. That tastes a lot better than it smells.
That is not crab. I don't know what it is.
It's sweet.
It's very sweet. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna have to put that into
Google
yeah.
translate photo thing, whatever.
Yeah, it's I like that better than the seaweed one.
I don't know. I like the seaweed one
Seaweed
better.
one was pretty good.
But there's something about I don't know, sweet chip. Like one was good.
Cilantro and lime.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yeah, because I had to Google it. It was
Cilantro and lime?
Lay's Thai Taste Minecam Crab Ross flavors.
Minecraft.
So yeah, cilantro heavy salsa with lime flavor.
Okay.
Okay, I love cilantro. so that
It's
makes
weird. You say it, and now I'm like, yeah, that is what it tastes like. But I wouldn't have been able to get there on my
sense.
own.
I would have never thought that.
That's okay.
Yeah, I like those.
It's a little heavy on the cilantro for me,
Yeah,
but that is
I eat
good.
cilantro like salad.
Yeah, now that I know it's not fish flavored, I was willing to try it. It's good.
Try this orange soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as good as the first one.
Ooh, no, not a fan.
It's like a bitter orange almost.
Yeah.
It does taste like
If you were to
Robitussin.
take the sugar out of an orange,
And it's not as fizzy.
It's not as fizzy at all.
What the fuck's wrong with this?
I don't know, but that first one was good. That was.
I was
not
expecting
great.
a huge punch of like
Oh, yeah,
orange
flavor. Yeah.
yeah, but not at all.
Yeah, it has the energy of like flavored water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like a Crystal Light kind of deal.
Yeah,
Weird. Because that other one really tasted like candy.
very punchy.
How about Choco Boy?
Choco
Ready for
boy.
some Choco Boy. They have overpackaged the hell out of Choco Boy. Box
Got
and
a
bag.
box, got a bag for probably individual packets in
Individual
there.
like blister packs.
Blind packs.
I'll rinse out these bottles and keep them though.
Those
on
are good
that trophy.
bottles, yeah. All right, here.
Oh, yeah, I would like one Choco Boy, please. Thank you. Whoa.
Sorry,
it looks like kibble. Oh, the little mushrooms, right.
They're little penises.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Choco boy down the hatch.
They smell good. Mm-hmm.
I
That's
like
nice.
those. Those are good.
Oh, that tastes like the panda.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Little panda cookies. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I dig it.
Very flavorful.
Like the cap of the mushroom is just chocolate, and it's on this like biscotti.
Cookie-
I don't know what you
cookie
call
doll.
it. Yeah.
It's a very buttery cookie. It's good.
It's like an eel fudge.
Yeah. All right, last would be the fizzing candy.
Hang on, I'm still eating Choco Boy.
Striking brand popping candy. I have a melon artificially flavored one over here.
I'm gonna open up this lychee one. Maybe. Allegedly, I'm gonna open it up.
Mine is also melon.
There are two more lychee ones over here. So I think we each.
Oh,
get,
okay.
I think we each get one.
Did you get a
'Cause
melon?
I've got a
Tyler?
melon one
Oh,
over
okay.
here.
So these are like Pop Rocks, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Which one do we want to do first? And how do you open these?
I'm gonna puncture it with my.
Oh, it looks
pencil.
like there's a little perforation up here.
Oh, yep, you're right.
Where
there
is it?
It's right on the side. It's not where you would expect it.
In the black section.
Yeah, like mine's right here. Maybe like a
Oh, I got
half
it.
of an inch.
I got it.
All right. Melon. Yeah, that looks like crack.
Down the hatch.
All right.
Pop rock. More flavorful pop rocks.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a Godzilla toy.
It's very enjoyable.
What if we put it in?
Sounds like it's raining in my head.
What if we put it in the orange soda?
Oh, well, I make it more fizzy.
Maybe then we might get some more. All right. Lychee down the hatch.
Lychee.
They're popping in my throat. Wait.
Oh.
Not ready.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
Okay. Ready to go.
All right. Cheers. Not as good as the melon.
There's the
I
melon.
don't like that flavor.
It's almost like lotion.
I wish
It is.
it tastes like lotion.
Okay. That was a good package, Dane. Thank you.
Yes.
I can't speak. Thank you, Dane.
Yeah, very, very much.
And we ate it before it spoiled. Yay!
Us. Gold stars all around. Oh, I'm still popping. Over
Pop,
here.
pop.
Hey, it's a pretty good time to go then. All that's settled up. We're about 10 o'clock.
I've got a quiz. If we got time, send in from Ross Rachel Green.
Okay, let's do.
All right.
I hate to miss a quiz from Ross.
All right. Yeah, same.
Might get another pack of these peanuts though.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I'm eating the rest of Choco Boy.
This quiz is entitled Whispering Sweet Nothings into My Ear. Ross begins, I have recently discovered audiobooks, not in an archaeological sense, but more in a I have started to listen to them kind of way.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I can't believe it took so long. I can't read a book and drive at the same time. Now you can. While not driving, I have been inundated with games I want to play. I am halfway through Dead Space, Wild Hearts, Atomic Heart is now on Game Pass, and there isn't enough time in the day. Girl, same. Anyway, something about DS games. Number 80. This game, based on a reaping anime, is a card-based one-on-one fighting game. Is this like Yu-Gi-Oh or?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be right.
I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
All right, logging it in. It is Bleach, Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
Bleach like the anime?
Like the anime, yeah. 79. In this game, you must help Junpei reclaim his memories and play a game of life or death known as the Nonary game.
9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors.
Yeah, logging that in. It is 9 hours, 9 person, 9 doors. Well done. 78. This turn-based match 3 game plays like a dungeon crawler and is easily the best game on the DS.
This plays like a dungeon crawler?
It's a match 3 game that plays like a dungeon crawler.
Honey Pop.
Honey Pop's a good one.
This is regular DS, not 3DS.
The regular DS.
I was about to say, because I'd say Persona Q, but
I've heard this game talked about, but I can't remember the name of it. I think I've heard the McElroys talk about it like a long time ago.
Match 3 dungeon crawler.
It's like something Quest. Is it Puzzle Quest?
That sounds like, I actually think it might be Puzzle Quest.
Puzzle Quest? Lock it in.
Yeah.
It is Puzzle Quest.
Nice.
Hey.
Challenge of the Warlords.
Good job.
I'm counting that. 77. In the Grand Duchy of High Lagarde, it is said that the Duke is descended from inhabitants of a castle in the sky. When an unforeseen crisis befalls the nation, it is decreed that the first explorer to retrieve the Grail of Kings from that mythical floating palace will be rewarded with wealth and fame beyond imagining.
Brandish.
Brandish. DS.
DS.
Dual screens. double the rotations.
It rotates around both screens.
Right.
Yeah, zero clue. Dragon Warrior DS.
Locking it in. It is Etrian Odyssey 2, Heroes of Lagard. 76. Your godlike speed, dexterity, jumping power, and reflexes are all the result of an amazingly fast metabolism. Sadly, so is your natural lifespan of 1.5 minutes. Is this like Grasshopper Simulator or
Goldfish something or other.
well,
What's that? 1 Minute Hero or
yeah, that's minute. Well, there is 1 Minute Hero and then there's minute as well, but both of those are like,
I wouldn't think they were DS games.
yeah, I think those are like minutes definitely more recent than that.
Katamari something?
Yeah, I don't know.
That seems like a Katamari storyline.
Godlike speed, dexterity, jumping power, and reflexes. Amazingly fast metabolism.
Is there a game where you have to eat something?
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man.
Natural lifespan of 1.5 minutes. 90 seconds? What the fuck could this be?
I feel like it's got to be 90 seconds probably has something to do with it, right?
Right? It has to be. It has to be part of it. Maybe. Mean Girls?
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls, locking it in. It is N+.
Okay.
Really never heard of it.
Nope, don't know that one. 75. Everyone's favorite blue dude with Tude teams up with royalty. Blaze the Cat to save the universe. Sonic DS.
Sonic DS.
Oh, Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood.
Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood. Locking it in. It is Sonic Rush. Hey, man.
Because there was a Sonic RPG on the DS that I played. It was like Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood.
Okay. I like Blaze the Cat. That's like Bill Clinton's got his fingerprints all over that.
Yeah.
Like that's like Japan's response to that president for sure. 74. This is a remake of one of the most popular arcade games of all time from 1978.
Space Invaders.
I thought yeah, you're right. Space Invaders. Yeah, okay. I was thinking 81, but no, it was before 81 because Galaga was 81.
It's Space
Invaders. Locking it in. It is Space Invaders Extreme 2.
Okay.
73.
God, I still taste lotion. I've eaten like 8 Choco Boys.
I've eaten so much of my cum. Why did I use that lotion? 73. Yeah, that flavor.
I wish you hadn't said lotion because I might not have locked onto it as hard until when you said it. It tastes just like lotion smells.
Yeah. That's some middle school smells.
I'm
right
gonna
there
like
for me.
I'm gonna like go through Tanya's lotions and see if any of them
Just eat
feature
'em all.
lysine.
Eat all of it. Just pump it right in your mouth.
Yep,
Jason
that's
the
this.
Dragon.
Yep.
It's lysine or whatever the fuck.
And make it pop somehow. 73. This spinoff from a PS2 game features a young sun god armed with a celestial brush.
Oh,
Okami?
Okami. Yes.
Logging it in. It is Okami Den. Got it.
Yeah.
Counting
Because I
that.
was like, hey, Kimmy. No, that's Kana.
72. This game merges a side-scrolling platformer and puzzle game and was surprisingly popular. I don't know.
Side-scrolling platformer.
And puzzle game on the DS. And it was popular, surprisingly popular.
Maybe some sort of Mega Man
Could be.
puzzler.
Battle Network.
Mega Man Battle Network.
Locking it in. It is Henry Hatsworth in the Puzzling Adventure. That's a British ass sounding name if I ever fucking heard
Yeah,
one.
it does.
Henry Hatsworth in the Puzzling Adventure. 71. This game features various animal-shaped, sweet-filled party games. Animal-shaped sweet-filled party games. Pinata? Like, was there a
gotta be
Viva
Viva
Pinata
Pinata.
DS game?
Yes,
All right.
I think there was.
Let's go with
actually.
that. Locking it in. It is Viva Pinata Rocket Paradise.
Good job. I would have never got that.
Lastly, surprisingly, thinking up 3 things for Fuck, Marry, Kills is hard. So we are going to start doing Destroy One. You have 2 options. One must be destroyed so thoroughly it will never have existed.
Okay.
Balefire. Okay.
Simple instructions.
Option 1, bread or meat? Sorry, question 1, bread or meat? Which one
Which one is
destroyed
forever?
so that it
Meat.
doesn't exist?
Meat. Save the fucking environment.
It would have to
Meat.
be meat for me.
Heart
too.
disease, the environment, cow farts.
I mean, bread's not
Meat.
exist. I mean,
Cow's gonna fart more because there's no meat. We're not killing them for their meat.
I'm fucking getting rid of bread, man. I'm destroying bread. I'm keeping meat. I got to keep meat, man. Meat's been around longer than bread. Meat's just straight up like, I mean, we don't really
You get
need either of
protein.
these.
You get protein from meat. I'm changing my answer. Meat. I like to keep meat.
Bread's
Destroy
like
bread.
original processed food. I'm going meat, man. I'm keeping meat. I got to destroy bread. I love bread, but fuck.
Better it not exist than we don't have carbs as many carbs.
All right. Next, destroy one. Coffee or alcohol?
Alcohol.
Yep, alcohol.
I even if I still drank regularly, I would say alcohol because I cannot do without coffee.
I'll destroy coffee. I can replace coffee with soft drink. I can get caffeine from another source. I don't feel like it's fair because it's like alcohol is like a chemical compound, right? So, and coffee is not. That's like a drink that I feel like delivers caffeine. I can get that caffeine
I just like
somewhere else.
I really like the taste though too. Like I
Yeah.
know I'm addicted
No, I get
to the
it.
caffeine, but I also addicted to the way coffee tastes.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't give a fuck about the alcohol. So yeah.
I
No
don't,
wrong answers here.
I don't drink as much as I used to. I was on coffee there for a minute. I do still like a coffee, but I don't know.
Without alcohol, I think we'd be a much more advanced civilization.
You what?
I think we'd be a light years ahead if it wasn't for alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah, man, but getting fucked up's kind of fun.
Yeah, you got weed.
I mean, let's change some laws. Let's change some laws and some employment practices.
Dude.
Next question. This is easy for me. Destroy one. Sweet food or spicy food?
Sweet food.
Yeah, sweet food for me.
I would destroy. I like spicy, but I don't eat it as much as I like to eat sweet food. So
Yeah.
I preferred sweet.
Yeah.
It's pre-diabetic. Sweet food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make shit a lot easier,
Yeah.
right?
It would. It
Yeah.
would solve a lot of problems.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And man,
If I was trying to like better myself and answer the question in that way, then definitely destroy sweet food. Then I no longer have sweet food.
hey, man, you got to follow your heart.
But I am following my heart, which probably is going to have problems because of sweet food and meat.
Yeah, I mean, the
alcohol.
meat ain't going to help.
And
That's for
coffee.
sure. I mean, the meat ain't going to help. That's for sure.
I like the destroy thing.
I do too. Yeah, that was nice.
That's a good.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
quick,
nice one. Yeah.
quick and fun.
Yeah, I loved it.
Ross, keep them coming.
Ross, thanks for the quiz. It was good.
It was good.
All right. Think we good?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
One
we
the one in the
good.
barrel.
You guys want to take calls? No? Okay.
We can't.
I mean, it's up
The
to you
board-
guys. I got them ready. You want to take calls?
Nah, let's save it.
Okay.
Whatever.
you say so.
boss.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on YouTube, Spotify, not SoundCloud, just all over the goddamn place. We're there.
Yeah, we are.
Uh,
Wherever you listen to your podcasts.
You got shit you want us to try? Hey, you can send it to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, PO Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
Or if you've got something you want us to hang up in the studio.
Yes. Yeah, you got something you want to display. I need to round up. I can put up those postcards. We got a ton of postcards. So, yeah, we got all sorts of shit we got to display.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to call us, build up that stockpile again, 270-883-2555. Most importantly, let's talk about that Patreon.
Long distance charges may apply. We have a Patreon. You can go there and give us money, and then you would have access to the bonus content on the site, the discount code for the T-shirts.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
What?
Do that. Just donate. Just give us some money.
Yeah.
I mean, look. If
Are you talking to me?
No.
No,
I'm just
you were looking at me.
Well, because you're there and
I'm confused.
You were talking.
I don't know how to do this
You,
show.
You know, you got it.
Yes.
Here, I'll look at the
Why?
wall. Just do it.
Why
Listener.
don't you donate money?
If you made it to this point in the show,
Patreon.com/TADPOG. Give us some money.
This was a good episode.
Help support the show because we love to do it, but we also love the money because it helps us do it. We've got all this nice, fresh, clean equipment in here right now because of said money. So if you'd like to donate to the show, feel
so
free.
many XLR cables.
Yes, you did. We have an abundance of XLR cables. We will never need more XLR.
I was able to return a lot of them.
Good. We still have an unopened pack of like 5 of them.
Or that
are 25 feet long.
Might come in handy one day.
They might.
When we're like, hey, we need 5 more hosts.
5 more guests. So for a total of 7 guests.
Our board is like, no, please.
Our board's like, cannot complete, cannot compute. Processing, too much sound. I sounded like Ron Burgundy just then.
Yeah.
If you'd like to donate some money to us, we would love for you to do that, and we would be very grateful. And we do have some fine folks that we refer to as our executive producers, and these are folks that donate $20 or more a month to the show, and we are eternally grateful to these people for doing so. And as a way of showing that gratitude, I'm going to read your names from the list, starting with Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Landon Dahl. Congratulations on your marriage. Actually,
yeah,
I hung out with Taryn,
right,
and she at the expo, or in Louisville, and she just said to say Taryn Dahl.
Okay.
No more Landon. No dash, no hyphens.
Okay.
So I didn't fix it first, but I'm going to do that again. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Dahl. Congratulations on your marriage. Pinball Archmage Chris Edler. We're sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Platinum member Brett Miller. Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins. Nate from Utah. First time caller. Drinksmith Joey Webster. Dig Dougie. Derek Pope Sandwich. And that's all. If you'd like to donate, again, it's patreon.com/TADPOG. I would like to thank Dane, not only for the box of delicious treats he sent, but for...
I can't go to eating these cilantro lime chips. They're so fucking good. I don't even like regular Lay's.
Right? Thanks for sending that stuff. That's awesome. But also, we would like to extend our thanks to him once again for taking the time to put our show on YouTube every single week without fail. That's very cool of you to do, and we're very grateful.
Yep.
And we're thankful for our community in general. We love you all. We're glad that you like our show.
Most of you.
Most of you. And
you know who you are.
If you want to,
or you don't. It's a fun game.
Yeah. we'll never know unless you go to our Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord, and join in the conversation. We got lots of people there every day talking about all kinds of things, from games to movies to talking about the show. It's a great place to hang out, and we're there. I'm there a lot. We're all in and out. So, if you want to come talk to us, that's the place to do it. And spread the word about the show. Let them know about TADPOG, and tell them to buy a T-shirt, which is a promotion that we're doing from bossbattles.gg.
Shocked breathing down our fucking necks.
He is. We had a call with him this evening before the show. He was mad.
He had a brick, and he was talking about fucking busting some kneecaps.
He was
so
pissed.
Going Liz.
So if
We're
you
worried
could-
about our safety now.
Yeah.
So
If you could spare $30, it might save us.
So Rob doesn't break our
So Rob
knees.
doesn't, kneecap us.
and
that would be great.
If you don't
He's
have
serious.
If you don't have $30, you could get a discount code on TADPOG if you're a donor. That'll save you a couple bucks.
Yeah, you got $27.
$27,
And hey,
that shit is yours.
You might win 100 back. This is kind of. Hey, do you like to
Because-
gamble? Do you like to gamble and don't want to see us get our knees broken off?
Right.
Then fucking go to TADPOG. Go to pisstasters.com.
Pisstasters.com.
Choctopus, more like rob your puss.
It's like they always say.
I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. If you are a Patreon donor during this promotion, you will be entered to win $100 Amazon gift card.
Fucking goddamn dollars. You could buy you could eat a lot of lotion with that.
You could do a lot of lotion eating. Lotioneaters.com.
And I mean, like for real, like it's kind of one of this. Like this is real talk. All right, this is real talk. Your odds of winning this $100 card's really fucking good.
It's really good.
Like it's real good.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't sold a lot of shirts, so I mean, you're pretty much. I mean, look, I'm not saying you're guaranteed to win it, but like
you got a real. It's
but
not
like-
like you're competing against 1,000 other people for this.
Yeah,
it's
this is-
like
look,
20.
Yeah, I don't know your life or your life situation, but this is probably your best goddamn chance to ever win $100 in your life. So like, do it. I'm not a financial advisor, but do it.
It's a $70 profit, people.
And help Daddy keep his belt on because he's tapping it. So
I love it. But yeah, that's it. We got it. We're done. Show's over. We have nothing more to say except
our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. A link to that track in the show notes at tadpog.com. How you guys want to close it out?
I kind of want to close it out as Ghosts from Ultima Online.
Okay. So until next time.
What?
In UO Renaissance, they tweak some stuff, and it's nice, but at the same time, it's not nice because like Spirit Speak, doing the ooh made me think of Spirit Speak. That was like in original UO, that was like straight up a wordless skill. Like I mean, that's
it was. I mean, unless you unless you wanted one of your teammates to be able to tell you where his fucking corpse is, so you could go get his stuff.
Or they could just call you on the phone. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
that's like,
right, exactly.
That's why it was so useless. But like in UO Renaissance, they have made useless skills useful. And that's great, but at the same time, it's like, oh shit! Now I have to like think about builds.
Oh, I know,
and it's
right?
like now I got to raise Spirit Speak because like the way they do it is now it's like if you have Spirit Speak, your summons are more powerful.
Oh,
than that.
really?
Yeah.
God, I fucking loved UO. We had a whole fucking episode. We talked about it a long time ago when I was still guest hosting from time to time.
Yeah, UO.
I still think about UO frequently. Like I miss the fuck out of that game.
Yeah.
And what was fucked up about it too was I played it so much with so many different people. Like we would play it at Apex, and then I had other friends that played, and I would play with them, and it was cool as shit. I really miss it a lot.
I mean, it's still out there. I've been curious about what playing UO retail is like now.
Yeah,
because it's been like that game's so old.
It's pay to play now, right? It's like a monthly subscription. Because I remember the last time I checked, it was like expensive. It was like $20 a month to play it, and that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, you could buy like almost a Tadpog shirt with that.
Tyler's on cleanup duty right now.
That's good. I got some trash.
Some trash. Sorry, mouse. You get nothing.